Tokyo nights, neon lights, lost in the city, another life. Drinking sake, feeling right. Got faded in Japan, what a sight.
What's up, faders? Welcome to yet another action-packed episode of Got Faded Japan, and I am your host, Johnny. And as you fine folks know, Got Faded Japan is about two dudes, booze, Japan, and the news. And faders, this is episode number 773, and I am deeply honored to be here fading with you live on YouTube, and with my boy, my great friend, a guy that I'm very inspired by is Thom Smith. Thom Smith, welcome to Got Faded Japan, my bro.
Thank you for having me. All right. This is weird because I haven't been on the camera in a while. I guess that's what the glasses are for.
Yeah, the glasses. Yeah, I do. I wear these glasses for many different reasons. Out of respect for another podcaster, out of respect for you, because my eyes are bad. But no, that's a different story. Oh, actually, before I open this, let's talk about this.
It's a very confused looking bird.
Yes, faders, for all you guys watching us live or watching us in the future on YouTube right now, yeah, we have a bottle of something that's very awesome. We got this at the wine store in Nakameguro, and this right here is a very particular bottle of wine because it looks like wine, smells like wine, tastes like wine, but it's not wine. What is this?
They said it was like kind of after they brew or they do the process. I don't really know about wine, to be honest, but it's like the leftover, like the grapes and like the skin and the seeds and stuff, and they re-brew it, so it's kind of a lower alcohol one, she said.
Yeah.
And she said it's gonna be sour, which I kind of like sour stuff. I like sour beers and stuff, so could be good.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, this is gonna be great. Can't wait.
Awesome.
All right, so yeah, so basically this is. What would it be called then if it's not wine? It's not unwine, it's ill wine? Like legal, illegal? Diswine? Is it diswine? I like that, diswine.
Is it frizzante di uva?
It's Italian.
But
you can speak Italian?
No. I'm just
it's
guessing.
Amore. Nobody can speak
Aromati-
Italian. You just make it up.
Aromatizzato.
Aromatizzato.
Bio.
Bio.
Like spelt like bio.
Bio. Oh, bio. That means it's natural wine. Yeah.
I think
The
that's
wine.
what I was trying to say.
Oh, yeah. Natural wine's the best. No chemicals. And faders, the best thing about natural wine is, well, there's a couple of benefits. The first thing is there's no chemicals. And the second best thing is no hangover. You have to drink a lot of natural wine to get hungover. So if you ever.
I like that.
Yeah. Oh, my God. I love this stuff. This stuff is absolutely fantastic. So we're definitely going to drink this right now.
I like stuff that doesn't give you hangovers.
Oh, God. I hate hangovers. I woke up this morning feeling like shit. But yeah, here's this stuff right here. And the name of this is Gambian. And it's got a cool little logo right here, a little bird and stuff. But
isn't that a character from like Finding Nemo or like, I don't know, it looks
could
like
be maybe something from maybe Disney or
it's very Disney inspired.
Disney-esque or Hanna-Barbera. Whatever happened to Hanna-Barbera, by the way?
I don't know. I wish they were still around. That's like wasn't Flintstones Hanna-Barbera?
Yeah, Flintstones, Jetsons. Back in the day, like
It did say frizzado or whatever.
Is this like champagne? My wife's gonna kill me if I get wine all over the ceiling again. Oh my God. The suspense of Got Faded Japan. Oh.
Yeah. Slowly.
Shit. Oh shit. Oh my
God. Go to the sink.
Oh, there we go. All right, you talk.
Why don't you we might need a bowl. Is it really overflowing? Yeah. Waste not, want not. Okay, so it's more like we're finding out as we go. Good thing we know Italian. It did say frizzato or something like that. So
Japanese, so we could have read it.
I think sometimes that's what happens. You judge wine by its label, and that's what you get. You get something very random. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Did you save most of it?
Oh yeah, I saved almost all of it, dude.
Awesome.
All right, yeah. I think we just lost about a good 1.5 centimeters. Yep, that's part of the action of Got Faded Japan. All right, my bro, let me just fill up your glass. Okay. Oh my God, it's bubbly. Okay, there you go.
It's quite bubbly.
It's like grape juice,
Here,
literally.
I gotta do it.
All
We're
right,
in
we're gonna go.
Japan. It's
Yeah.
Italian, but gotta do it Japan style.
You know, all my friends, all my Japanese friends never do this
Well,
shit. There we go. That's cool. All right. That's how
I
good.
can't tell how much.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
fine. It's fine. Let's just sip it and move forward. All right,
Cheers.
Tom, dude, thank you so much for being on the show,
Thank you
man.
for inviting me. That's all.
Cheers.
I was like, oh, you give me the one. She's flipping them off. Oh, she's flipping off yours too.
Yep, I love these
All right.
cups. I only use
Cool.
these cups for my good friends.
Awesome. Thank you. Smells good.
Oh, it's my wife. Speak of the devil. I'll call her back. Oh my God. She's like, what you doing? I'm like, nothing. She's like, I'm watching you on YouTube. I'm like, oh shit. She's like, did you do it? She could be the person that's watching us right now. Oh my God.
You got one viewer.
Yeah,
White.
yeah. And she's pissed. She's like, if I come home, my wife's in Niigata right now, because it's like right now it's Golden
Niigata.
Week. So she's in
Very
Niigata.
interesting.
Yeah. What do you think? It's very sour.
It tastes kind of like more like a sour beer.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't really resemble wine,
No, no.
but I'm cool with that.
I like this. I like interesting drinks. I love interesting drinks. This tastes okay.
Yeah, it's like
It's grainy.
it has that. So that takes it out of being
Mm-hmm.
like a beer in the beer category. You can tell it has that wine kind of not chalkiness, but that something kind of sits on your tongue.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That wine does. Um,
Yeah, it sticks on the palate quite well.
which beer wouldn't, but like
Yeah.
kind of like a sour.
Shit, hold on, my wife. Okay.
She really wants.
Hey, what's up? Yeah, are you watching? Huh? What? Yeah. Where? What? No, everything's fine with the water.
The hallway was wet.
No, no, no. There's nothing wrong with the water. What's up?
Johnny, I think she's talking about the fact that there's water all over the outside.
From our house? No, there's nothing happening with our water. All the water. Let me check.
Johnny, outside of
Yeah.
your front door, the floor is wet.
Yeah, it was wet outside, but no, it's fine. No, I see no water anywhere. Wait. The people on the floor below us have water dripping?
That's not new.
Well,
is it?
that's not. Oh no, that's been there for years.
Okay.
No. Actually, there's no water anywhere. I don't see any water. There's nothing. Zero.
Mm.
Uh-huh. Okay. All right. Well, okay. All right. Relax. Take a deep breath. Everything is cool. There's absolutely no water here. I actually almost spilled wine on the ceiling, but that was it. Yeah.
You're like confessing to something you didn't do.
I said almost. But no, there's no water on. Everything is fine. Yeah. I mean, I was gone for half the day, so it's all right. Okay. Okay. All right. Cool. But if they want to check it out, it's fine. I'm doing a live stream right now, so if you want to watch me, I'm on YouTube. Just go to the Got Fit in Japan YouTube channel. That's live.
So if like there's like a blast of water and
Oh
they
my
get
God,
flooded
yeah.
out, we were just talking about dying at sea.
Oh,
How
geez.
ironic.
Yeah. So anyway, I'll call you back and talk to you soon and stuff, making sure everything's okay. But okay, yeah, but everything's fine here. If anything changes, I'll call you, okay? Okay. Love you. Bye-bye.
For the record.
Now everybody knows. Oh my God. See.
Can't say I never be romantic. It's recorded.
Oh yeah. But okay, see that's another reason why you should watch the live stream because anything could happen. The neighbors downstairs are complaining because water's dripping into their apartment, and they thought that like maybe our tub or something was like on.
Do you guys switch off like for example
the heater? Yeah, we always do that. It
what
saves
about
money.
your what for your washing machine? Do you ever like close that valve?
No, but it's fine. It's actually fine. Yeah.
So we have a thing where my wife like demands that after we do a load of laundry that I shut the water valve.
Really?
And the reason is there's an actual reason. Her sister, I think she actually got gifted that particular washing machine from her sister. She brought it all the way from Kansai,
Oh,
and it's still ticking. But apparently, her sister had a problem where she didn't shut off the water valve, and there was a leak. So she's like, every time, shut the valve. So,
fuck. Let me just take a look.
I mean, shutting the valve would make sure that it's not your fault.
Oh my God.
Any valve that's open, you can shut it and then see if that. I know, but you might not be what you might not be seeing here. I mean, there's pipes in the wall, and if it's landing downstairs,
You
I don't
know,
know.
I've never met the downstairs neighbors. We get downstairs neighbors
You-
all the time and
You
stuff.
don't you don't want to be meeting them for this reason. That's true, you know.
We've been in this place for like 9 years. We've had no problems with the water whatsoever and stuff. So yeah, I mean, dude, it's
But
Golden
you
Week right
didn't
now.
do laundry or anything, did you today?
I haven't done laundry. My wife's been in Niigata for a while. I haven't done
That
nothing.
doesn't make sense.
Like, dude, look at this shirt. Look how clean this is. Want to know why? Because it's completely fresh. Usually I wear the same clothes for like 3 or 4 days.
You're like,
Look
I
at
gotta look
this
good. I gotta look good.
Yeah, I'm hanging out with Tom.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, anything can and will happen when you do a live stream and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Wow, geez, I think my neighbors are not going to invite me to their barbecue next week now,
I
huh?
wouldn't if I were them.
Mm. Oh my God, I love this. Okay,
Yeah, I do like this.
I'm keeping this all in the show, by the way. I don't
Okay.
edit. I'm like Joe Rogan.
Are
I
you
just roll with it.
straight with
I
it?
just stroll. Yeah, I'm straight with it.
Right.
I mean, I used to have to edit because I would have a co-host that would like say some horrible shit, and I'm like, "Are you
I'll try
sure?
to stick
Are you sure you want
to.
that in the ether, dude? I'm not sure." Yeah, no
I
names.
just heard,
Hmm.
not to alarm you, I did hear a beep. Another.
Okay.
Is that
All
okay?
right. That is our toilet. Now we're completely paranoid. No, see that's my toilet, and my toilet has like an infrared single reader thing, whatever. So when you open the door
do the
of like the
washroom?
bathroom,
Oh, it like opens.
like the seat opens up and stuff,
Oh.
right? And then it warms up or whatever. It's kind of high tech or whatever.
Mm.
But we've got ghost or something. So sometimes it or something because
Place
sometimes
was haunted.
it kind of, I guess. But sometimes it just goes off
That's
like
awesome.
throughout the day and at night and stuff. It's like and the seat will go up or something, or like it'll spray or something like that. And I asked my wife, I'm like, oh wow. So I said
Is a ghost.
I think it's cool that it cleans itself. She's like, no. It just senses something. So yeah, I don't know.
Is it a ghost of your cat or something?
Oh no, it's been happening since I've been here and stuff. No. If it's a ghost of my cat, that'd be awesome. I'm like, hey, but no,
Cat's in the toilet again.
yeah, no.
Actually, speaking of these things, so I used to live like walking distance from here.
hmm
Uh,
Oh yeah, you lived up the street.
so do you know? Okay, two things in this neighborhood.
Yeah.
There's actually a museum, a small museum with a sculpture garden. Do you know
The
it?
beggar sculpture, yeah, it's up the hill. Yeah.
And it has like
The
some
outdoor.
abstracts,
Mhm,
and then
mhm.
it has some figure bronzes.
I used to drink like during COVID, me and Scott from Creeptown, we used to go up there and drink.
Mm.
That was our drinking spot. And then all of a sudden I guess somebody
That's awesome.
complained or something and they put up chains at night. So I'm just like it was like the
You
coolest
just step
place.
over the chains. It's not a big. It's not-
I know I don't want to,
But yeah.
I don't want to be the guy that gets busted for doing that dumb shit. If I was a teenager, I'd totally do it.
I used to. I've drawn those statues a bunch.
Mm.
That was my. I would drink, but not really make noise. 'Cause I
Mhm.
assumed it would be frowned upon. But in any case,
Mm. What at night?
no, I had to be able to see it during the day.
Oh, but it's just lit up. It's illuminated. But we used to go there like midnight,
Oh, wow.
1 o'clock in the morning and stuff. Because like, I mean, nobody could work or anything. It was during COVID, right?
Mm.
So we go up there and we just we'd have all these beers. We just drink and talk about music and stuff.
So-
Those are the best because like Scott lives down the street too, right?
I don't know this guy Scott, but or
From
maybe-
Creeptown, the lead singer.
Oh wait, maybe I do.
No, yeah, Scott's great. Like, Scott's awesome. I mean, if you don't know him, I got to introduce you. I mean,
The kind of. I don't think you'll be upset if I say this. The kind of Chris Cornell
that
looking
guy.
guy.
Yep. Yeah, he gets that all the time.
So anyways, I used to live so not too far from there.
Mhm.
There's also like a community center, I believe.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And then also
Then you go
Uh,
down the hill. There's a park right there.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, I live next to that park.
You live next to that park? Dude, the first place we lived in Nakameguro, we lived where the park is, the road kind of goes down, right? There's like a hill
Mm.
that goes down. If you
Mm,
go
mm, mm.
down that hill and you turn left, our apartment was right there.
So we were, what year was this until?
2012 to 2015.
We
And
were
then,
neighbors for a time and did not know it. We didn't actually hadn't met at that time either, I'm
really?
sure.
Oh gosh, I used to drink in that park sometimes when my wife and I
You
would get
just
in a fight. Yeah, really?
wait a minute. Do you know the bar down there called Gone? Do you know Gone? No, you don't know
Wait,
Gone.
is it by the blue convenience store? Is
Okay,
it the
so
bar? I know the
so
Tom Waits bar.
ooh, I don't know that one.
It's across the street from the blue convenience store on Komazawa Dori. Yeah, it's like it used to be a Tom Waits tribute bar, but then they started making it
Oh,
into fashion. It's a fashion shop during the day and stuff. Then at night, it kind of still is sometimes.
ooh,
So they have
yeah,
a bar
no.
there when they want to. The bar
Wow.
was the first thing they had. Then it was a fashion shop, and now the fashion
Now
shop's
that makes
successful, and now they leave the bar open or they have the bar open sometimes.
so on the court, have you also noticed there was a small gallery that never shows anything in the facade, the outside? From the outside, it's very blue, like a regular, like this kind of blue.
By the bus stop?
Uh, is there a bus stop? It's not far from the bus stop. That the bus stop outside of the Eldorado,
The mom and pop like convenience store.
which is gone.
Is it gone?
Yeah, that place it's like very not a chain.
Yo, no, no, yeah, it's like mom and pop. Like they have like bubble gum from like the 80s there.
Yeah, and that place was I talked to the owners. I would go there and try to support that place as much as I could. That place
Oh, it's by
was open about 100 years and then it finally shut down. Like I would go there, they recognized me for sure.
that was 100 years old.
Yeah, that place is about 100
Oh
years
my
like
God. So,
in business
Jesus
through
Christ.
the world wars, through all that.
Oh
Yeah,
my
it
God.
it was like you can kind of tell it's been around forever and it finally went away.
Oh, yeah.
So
Now it's a
across from that,
Starbucks.
there was, yeah, well,
Oh, I know across from that. Yeah, there's that the little like art space. Yeah.
but they don't use it, which was always frustrating to me. I was
Mm.
like, I want to talk to somebody, but it always is like empty and nothing on the walls. It's like, it says gallery, and then
Mhm.
there's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's another place, man, this is like kind of cool that you know all these parts of what used to be in my neighborhood. So actually,
Hmm.
I lived next to that park, and you know that park is like they've recently, like when I was still living there, they
Hmm.
redid the park.
I don't go up the hill that much.
Oh, okay, well they
Yeah.
redid the park. It's nicer.
Oh, cool.
They really renovated it.
Yeah. It's good for the kids.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's so it's kind of like bi-level, or there's like a big staircase. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It's
wow.
very, so my building
Hmm.
was right next to that.
Wow.
And the weird thing is like the building was like on the edge of a cliff or something. Like if this was the footprint of the building,
Yeah.
this is the
Hope you
front.
don't want to get closer to the mic.
Sorry.
Microphone's right here, brah.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, I'm just showing, just so like this is the front of the
Camera's
building.
right here, brah.
Okay. I'm trying to use
Yeah.
a physical thing to show
Okay,
you
so
what it
okay,
looks like.
okay. So right here. Right here's the ledge.
Okay, and then so the front,
Yep.
so like this is the footprint of the building,
Hmm.
front, street side,
Yep.
and then the back of it,
Yeah, it
where
went down the hills right here.
the back of it falls straight down.
Really?
Like I'm only on the second floor, but
Uh,
like if so I would hang out my laundry,
uh-huh.
but if I didn't clip it, it would fly away.
Yeah.
And then I had the Spider-Man down the like other side of the building because it was like basically a cliff,
Wow,
like
Tom, that's crazy, man.
into
The
a
abyss.
park, a park, and like a yeah. So
Wow, I didn't know that.
that building,
Mm.
speaking of building problems, that building, after I moved,
Hmm.
luckily after I moved, it got the one of the ladies, she was always outside on her phone smoking cigarettes. Like
Hmm.
always.
Yeah.
Like every time I'm coming in from work or going out or like this lady was always on the
Like an
phone.
old lady?
Oldish, like not old, but like old
Just a
enough to be
lady.
like my mom.
Just a lady. Just a
Yeah,
lady. Yeah.
an older lady, always on the phone, always yammering away at somebody. Uh, her
Hmm.
room went up in flames. Like I could see, like after I had moved away,
Just another reason to quit smoking,
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
pretty sure
start.
this lady fell asleep with a cigarette in her house.
In
I
her
don't know
mouth.
if she's alive yet, but still.
Jeez. Wow.
So like I always send my Negajo's things, and I had been doing it already at that time. So I was good friends with my neighbors on the other side, the
Mm-hmm.
Satos.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually gone to dinner with them a bunch of times.
Your neighbors?
Yeah, they're like this
Well,
older
apparently my
couple.
neighbors hate me at the moment.
You gotta go to dinner with them.
Like, you're the guy that flooded our house. I'm like, no, it wasn't me. It was Satan.
It was the spirit that wakes up my toilet.
It's goddamn ghost. This building's super old too. Yeah.
Well, that one, when I moved into it, I
Uh-huh.
think I remember them like they have to like show you in the rental agreement,
Yeah.
like it was built in the 70s. So like the rent was cheap because everyone wants to live in a newer building. I was
Hmm.
like, I don't give a shit.
I don't give a shit either.
So the rent was affordable, but like I remember like so my wife actually has the phone number of the Satos.
Hmm.
Like I tried to mail them,
Hmm.
and then it came back, and we're like, oh, it's not deliverable to my neighbors. Like
Hmm.
I'm sure I got the address correct because it used to be like in the same building.
Hmm.
And then so she calls them, and she's like, oh, we moved to Machida because
Cheetah.
yeah, well, because
They got
the
married and had kids and stuff.
no, this is like the old couple, the Satos, next to me.
Oh, okay.
Like he's a retired taxi driver. Like he's old. They're old.
Taxi drivers retire?
I think he was still like working a bit, but
Hmm.
it's like yeah, one of those Oji-sans who drives a taxi guy.
Yeah, because I've had some taxi drivers that look like, Tales from the Crypt guy. The Crypt keeper, like, where
He
you
would.
headed? And I'm like, oh my God. Straight to hell? Oh, yeah, sure, why not?
We're already there halfway. I think if I think I'm trapped now. I don't have a choice, do I?
Yeah, mister, these doors don't open, do they?
It's locked. I didn't lock it. Once you're in. No,
Hmm.
so like they're like we moved to Machida because they are shutting down the building because there was a fire.
Oh no.
So this is the lady who chain smoked and was on the phone all the time.
Oh my God.
So like I go and I'm like I gotta check this out. So I go to the building. All the doors are metal. A lot of Japanese doors
Hmm. Hmm.
to your houses. It's like
Yeah, mine are too, yeah.
so like there was like hatchet marks in that from the fireman trying to like open the door.
Or a killer.
Pretty sure it's from the fire department trying to
Could have
open
been
the
a
door.
killer.
Could have been a killer. No, so there's like a like the door is like totally you can open it because
Yeah.
it is charred.
So they, they,
So,
they,
so
they use hatchets on a metal fucking
yeah,
door.
they just hatcheted the door.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
And so like I went and I you could open it still.
You went in.
I peeked in.
Wow.
The whole place was charred to a crisp. And
The smoking ladies room or
the
your neighbors?
smoking
Wow.
lady's room. And she and like the back end of it was covered in blue sheet.
That means she died.
Well, it was really blown out. Like it was missing walls blown out.
Yeah, no, they use blue tarps whenever somebody dies. Like in any situation. Like if somebody
Hmm.
like commits suicide or they die of old age or natural causes, or if they jump in front of a train or anything like that, they use the blue tarps. The same ones that you can get at the at Dysol, the
Yeah,
100 yen
anybody can get
shop.
them.
Yeah. I have a few.
But I mean, like functionally, the building was missing walls because they had burned down.
Wow.
Yeah, and like so it's like kind of covering it from rain.
Well, old buildings burn so quickly. It's
Yeah.
the wood.
Yeah, I mean, like Japan, I've read that Japan like intentionally makes buildings that are only supposed to last like 50 years. Like if it's an old building from maybe 100 years ago, they didn't build it that way, but like
Hmm.
since probably the Second World War, I don't know when they started to build things with that specific thing in mind,
Yeah.
but they're that is how they intentionally design and build things because they're always updating like the earthquake
Earthquake
kind of
codes.
codes and
Hmm.
stuff and updating that for safety of it, obviously.
Hmm.
But like so they also just build it with like the intentionally like this place will be torn down in
Mhm.
like 50 years. So
Wow.
so then the last time I went to past in this neighborhood, the building was completely gone.
Wow.
So
The building.
now it's
Wow.
gone. It's just like an empty lot.
Oh my
I'm
God.
curious if they built anything yet.
Hmm.
That old mom and pop supermarket, the last time I went past it, there was still nothing. But
Oh, that's too bad. That's too
yeah,
bad. I hate it when historical places go away and stuff, you know.
it was a part of my history.
Yeah.
Nobody else cares. But
No, dude, I lived in Shimokidazawa when it was cool.
yeah,
Dude, I lived in
I mean,
Shimokita from
still, well, it's
Shimokita.
less. It's a lot less than it.
It used to be way cool when I moved there.
Mm,
It was like 2002 to 2012 when I lived
mm.
in Shimokidazawa. And when I lived there and stuff, I mean,
2002?
yeah, 2002.
Wow, you've been here since then.
Well, I came here first for the first time in 1998.
Wow,
Yeah, it was a different Japan. But
that's so wild.
no, it was super wild back then. Oh,
That
dude,
sounds
yeah.
fun.
When you see like
That's why
gangsters,
you're so fun, because you know, like, what everyone else is missing.
yeah, yeah. Trust me. But anyway, so yeah, I've seen a lot of good things go. All right,
Mhm.
with this story, well, actually, no, actually, this show is not about Japan. I mean, it is, but this episode right here, the
Yeah, we
show
kind
is about Japan. This is how hungover I am, man. I'm misspeaking
of.
left, right, and center. Okay, this episode is about Japan, but it's particularly about you, Tom.
Oh,
So I want to talk about
thank you.
you.
Sure.
Now, just by, just like us hanging out and stuff. I
Yeah,
mean, you guys know that we're good friends, and yeah,
yeah.
we've been around the block a couple of times. But
Couple
I
times.
wanna introduce to the world like what you really do and stuff. So,
Hmm.
Tom, first off, I want to talk about your bands. You're in two
Okay.
bands,
Sure.
and I just saw your music video about 4 hours ago. Your new one and stuff.
Mm-mm-mm.
Where it's like you show like the trains, and you show like the historical
Mm-mm.
parts of Japan and stuff, which is really cool. But I'm gonna give you the mic, take it away, talk about your bands, and I'll just like ride shotgun and ask some questions.
Sure.
Action, go.
So yeah, actually, I was not really planning to wear this shirt. Then I was like, I didn't think about it, but I was like, oh, fuck it.
Mm-hmm.
So this is one of my bands, Swazond. So that band we've been going since around we started before COVID,
Mm.
and survived COVID. So yeah, Swazond, it's kind of a I don't know if you'd say it not a super group, but it's like it's all friends. The way it kind of formed is interesting because I'm in other bands too. And also Worship Pain, which is also a Tokyo-based band. And I guess you'd say it's like a on hold. My other band called Wretch, on hold because other main member moved to Vancouver. So he's got a nice, beautiful baby now, so it's okay. But we don't say it's over. But once he moved to Vancouver, he friends of mine were like, "Hey, we notice you probably have a little free time on your hands.
Mm.
So we want to start this band and we'd like you to join." And so the two founding members that invited me, my friend Jared, who's also from America, and then the original guitarist is Shohei,
Mm-hmm.
Asai Shohei. He is in several bands, mostly like kind of doom and black metal based stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One of his main bands is called Lifeblood.
Mm-hmm.
They're very cool. And then he's also in Miasma Death. I think they're a bit on hold at the moment. But anyway, so they started the band. We had originally there was a original bass player. He kind of sucked, so I said, let's kick this guy out. And we went for another bass player because kind of similar situation. Her band called FID,
Mm-hmm.
uh, which stands for a very, very long name. Um, they were kind of put on hold because their vocalist moved to the States. And so we're like, okay, you're not very busy. Do you want to join Swazond? And then so she is kind of from Kanako. She is from another band, which is still active actually, called FID. And they're an awesome, originally all-girl grind band. Now they have a dude on guitar, which he's really awesome, for them, Shinji, who's also, yeah, everything is kind of mixed in the Tokyo scene, I would say. It's so if you're here long enough, it gets a bit incestuous, but it's okay. Everyone's friends.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. People move around in Tokyo all the
Mm,
time, jumping from band to band to band, or being in two or three different bands and
yeah,
stuff. But
happens pretty naturally, I think, in a lot of scenes, which is okay.
that's good.
Mm,
So I want to focus on your band. So, all
mm.
right, first off, tell me what kind of music is your band?
So Swazond in particular is
Yeah, let's focus on Swazon first.
uh Swazond is, I would call it, mm, simply black metal for
Yeah.
anybody. But we kind of intentionally uh kind of mix everyone's different backgrounds, like musically backgrounds. I think it's pretty cool because
Hmm.
half of the members are Japanese and half American. So
Cool.
and I think all our kind of listening kind of inclinations are
Hmm.
quite different. So whereas like Kanako would be maybe more into like grindcore stuff, and then Shohei he was maybe I'd say more into like doom related stuff, and then Jared I think I'm oversimplifying, but Jared he's quite into black metal, and I think there's a bit of a punk tinge or like crust punk kind of feeling to the band, which
Hmm.
is intentional as well. That's something I really wanted to do. Um, just kind of there's a few bands that I'm kind of have in mind when I think about that, but like mixing black metal with more like a punk kind of uh like particularly like crust punk or like D beat kind of attitude.
Wow.
Um, so yeah, that's that band. Worship Pain is the other band.
Hmm.
And I would say that's also black metal, but a little more like less less punk, like hardly any noticeable punk influence, except for the guitarist is kind of has some hardcore roots.
Hmm.
Um, but yeah, Worship Pain, I would say it's more like black metal with some melodic kind of not like vocally melodic or anything, but there's definitely like more air in those songs. So yeah, that's
Awesome. Awesome. Now, okay. So I know a lot of people listening and watching this are
mm,
kind of layman when it comes to black metal. So especially Japanese black metal. Now,
mm,
and I know everybody knows Metallica. Everybody knows the name
sure,
Slayer. Most people don't have never listened to Slayer, but they're like, oh, Slayer, yeah, heavy
which
metal
is
band. But everybody knows
maybe you've
Metallica.
listened and you don't even know it.
I don't know. Once you hear Slayer, you know Slayer. Raining Blood, come on.
Yeah.
South of Heaven. But the thing is, it's just like everybody knows Metallica because everybody's seen, was that Stranger Things? Was that the show?
Oh yeah.
They saw that. Now everybody loves Metallica. Metallica for like the
Did
less.
did that really boost their popularity, Stranger Things?
That's what I heard. I heard that on a podcast. They're like, everybody loves Metallica now. Like before, when I was a kid, everybody didn't like Metallica and stuff, but now, like because of that,
That
everybody
the
knows
one
Metallica. Like a
last
whole new generation.
theme,
Yeah, he's like on his house,
like
whatever.
guitar heroing that
Mhm.
thing. Oh yeah. Wow, that really blew up Metallica.
Supposedly, I
Like
haven't.
they already like they needed a comeback or something, or
Well, maybe just old Metallica or something. Because I mean, think about this: Metallica is like grandpa music at this point. Because I mean,
true.
the general people who music companies target, who bands target, are
Mm-mm.
like kids are teenagers, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, dude, fucking like Kirk Hammett is like 70 or something,
I
right?
mean, it's not a terrible thing.
No, it's not bad. It's not
I would
bad.
say I'll admit even myself like one of the first
Mhm.
it's really drinkable this one, isn't
I
it?
love this. We still got two bottles.
It's well, you don't know what you're getting and then we're like, okay, pleasantly surprised. That's
Thank
good.
God it didn't explode. But anyway, so okay. So my thing is going
Sure,
back.
sure, sure.
I want. Can you compare Metallica to your band or to black metal? Just so people that are laymen that don't
Okay.
know what black metal, they're like black metal. What is that? Is that like some kind of like antifreeze or I don't know.
Is that like some sort of digestive problem?
Yeah, I've got some
Uh
black metal in my gut. Oh God, I'm gonna have to be on the can all day. No, but anyway, so what's the difference between like black metal and Metallica style heavy metal?
okay.
Just so people know.
I mean, so Metallica, if for anybody who's like kind of just basic, doesn't know their metal that well, Metallica is considered part of like the big four in America, and they're kind of like I would call them somewhat entry level metal, which is
Hmm.
not I'm not disparaging them at all.
Mm.
Um, I I was gonna say I that was like some of the first CDs I owned were Metallica.
Yeah, Metallica, Iron Maiden, Anthrax,
Yeah. So
Slayer,
like
Megadeth.
that's not disparaging them at all,
Hmm.
but it's kind of like very in a way accessible. Like,
Yeah.
okay, this is heavy. Around that time I was also listening to Glenn Danzig, for those who know the Misfits.
Hmm.
He's the main guy who went off and did solo stuff.
Sam Hain, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, was Sam Hain as well, who kind of got more metal and less punk. So I think that would be like quite accessible in a way, like where like the vocals, there's a growl to it, but it's a little more clean. You can understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of uh, a thing in a band like Metallica. It's like, okay, it's heavy,
Hmm.
yet I know what he's singing about.
Hmm. Hmm.
And he's not, there are like newer bands that are like more melodic vocally.
Hmm. Like Judas Priest.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's more like that would be like heavy metal.
Hmm.
Judas Priest is older than them and kind of set the groundwork for that sort of thing. I love Judas Priest too.
Hmm.
Um, and so that we're now comparing that to like black metal. Black metal came about, I guess the earliest bands were in the 80s too.
Oh
I mean,
yeah.
I mean
Norway.
everything kind of started in the 80s. I mean, before that 70s or 60s you have like Black Sabbath, yeah, Judas Priest, like getting progressively heavier, but I think it really a band like Metallica or something like that really turned it up a notch as far as heaviness goes, or just kind of took that to a newer level. And then, yeah, at the same time in the 80s, bands were, I guess, one of the first bands. I don't really, they're considered black metal, but they don't really sound black metal to me. Would be Venom.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, they're kind of like the very beginning. So like Venom, Bathory is personal favorite of mine.
Hmm. Hmm.
So it's kind of a little more gritty. The original earlier stuff is more gritty. Uh, Vocals are less discernible what
Hmm.
they're actually saying, which I'm cool with. And then if you're a fan of Norwegian black metal, which I am, a lot of times it's not really about being accessible.
Hmm.
Whereas like I think a lot of music before that was like somehow there is that image as we're saying like Stranger Things like where he's being like a rock god. That
Hmm.
was the kind of classic image of heavy metal. And when black metal came in, I think it was like, okay, let's not do that. Let's kind of do the opposite. Make it more like darker image. And I think a lot of the earlier
Hmm.
bands stuck with like some like there was still, it's the 80s. There was a lot of trying to be shocking
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of and so and
No, Poison.
Poison, Twisted
Whitesnake.
Sister.
Ah, Twisted Sister.
You know,
Yeah.
they had to go, there's all these court cases in the 80s. Judas Priest is a part of that too.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen that movie, Faces of Death? Where they,
I seen the movie Faces where they have real murders and stuff.
well, there's a case in the 80s where this kid tried to shoot it, like commit suicide and shoot his face off with a
Hmm.
rifle.
Hmm.
He missed
Hmm.
and lived,
Hmm.
but fucked up his face pretty bad.
Yeah, that will happen. Don't
Yeah.
do it.
Don't do it. It's not a
Don't
good
do
idea.
it. Suicide. Don't do it. Remember that song from Heathers? The movie Heathers?
Oh, it's
Christian
been
Slater,
it's
Winona
been
Ryder. It's been a minute.
it's been a minute.
Hey man, I watch a lot of classic movies. But okay, so
So what I'm saying is, yeah,
yeah.
at the time,
Hmm.
like, sorry, I clinked.
Don't worry,
Uh,
it's fine.
so at the time, yeah, Judas Priest got in trouble because apparently they were listening to a song I really like actually. When the guy tried to commit suicide, Better Than You, Better By Me. It's a really not that heavy song. Like it's more has like Thin Lizzy vibes.
Oh,
It's
I
more
love Thin Lizzy.
it's kind of has
Yeah.
like it's kind of even danceable.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
so I don't know how they get like these suicidal motivations or intentions. But anyways, that was they had to go to court for that. And
Mm.
so then black metal is like okay, that was the time where people were just taking it to more greater
They
extremes.
just stripped off, they
Mm,
stripped down all the bells and whistles
mm.
and they just focus on the music.
Yeah,
They
and
made it more core. It should be called like metalcore or something because it's like the core of metal, right? But anyway, it's black metal.
there is a
Doesn't
thing called metalcore,
Oh
and
shit.
it's
Yeah, that's
not
right. But yeah, it's completely different. Where they bounce up and down like this, yeah. But yeah,
always wearing cargo shorts.
uh but but black metal originally started in Norway, right? Wasn't it like Norway and
I
stuff? They're
mean,
burning
that's
down
why
brid churches.
that would be considered more like second wave, technically.
That
If you
was the
want to be
second wave of black
already
metal.
second wave, so the first wave would be considered more Venom, which is from England, and then Bathory from Sweden. So
Mm-hmm.
that's like more very, very early stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Norwegians got a hold of it, and their kind of take on it was not.
Satan.
I mean, there's a lot of satanic imagery,
Yeah.
but the other thing that they were expressing in a lot of the early second wave stuff would be kind of this anti-Christian. Moreover than Satanism is actually just anti-Christian, and the feeling behind that is just kind of maybe a cultural pride, I would say,
Mm-hmm.
where they're like, okay, we have our own Nordic traditions,
Mm-hmm.
and it's been progressively whitewashed by Christians, and
Mm-hmm.
so that's where you get all the church burnings,
Wow.
because it was just like this kind of sentiment of preserving their own cultural upbringing and identity.
Yeah, it
That
makes sense,
yeah,
you know? I mean, I can kind of get on board with that, you
I
know?
mean it makes sense, and that's why the music I think it was really good. I mean, Metallica's early Metallica's great, and he's I don't know, it's kind of I would say though I don't know where he's pulling a lot of the lyrics because it can't be from personal experience if you're talking about being like in the war field. He
What,
never.
trapped under ice?
I mean,
I'm trapped under ice. I don't think James Hetfield has ever been trapped
yeah,
under ice,
no.
but
But
it's a great song.
yeah, I
But what
mean,
about battery? Battery. Well,
yeah.
then again, everybody's had batteries that ran out. Okay, yeah, I'll give him that
I don't
card.
think he's talking about. I don't
How
think he's
about
talking
that?
about his Walkman going dead. I think the
I'm
song is
caught
maybe
battery. I don't know.
my car battery. I'm stuck in the middle of nowhere.
You know what? Being stuck in the middle of nowhere is sometimes better than being stuck in traffic where your battery goes out and your car dies.
Mm,
Because then you get, well, it depends on the neighborhood, I guess. Beverly
yeah.
Hills, good. Downtown Detroit, bad.
Yeah, you don't want. I remember as a kid driving through
Mhm.
in the 80s, driving through Detroit
Oh
from
yeah.
Chicago to New York State.
Oh yeah, it's I-94.
Yeah, I remember I still remember this like an early childhood
Yeah.
memory. We were going through Detroit.
Hmm.
Dad's like driving, kids, lock your doors. We're in Detroit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you know, back in the day where there was not like, automated or like electric powered
Oh,
from.
you're my age.
Yeah, yeah. So like you had to actually like roll down the window. He was like, roll up your windows, lock the doors. We're in Detroit.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. I-94 goes all the way. I don't know. I didn't know that it went to New York, but yeah, straight from Detroit all the way down to Chicago.
Well,
Yeah.
we were going up to Lake Ontario.
Ah,
So
it's
so like kind of
I-94.
towards the Canadian border.
Okay, yeah, yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd
So
probably get off on John R. and you'd go to Woodward and take Woodward all the way there.
I was a kid. I was not paying attention.
Oh, okay. No, I gotta brag because I still got it after
That
like
that is that is
25
awesome.
years of not living there.
That is amazing,
Wait, is
actually.
that 25 years? Is it 30
Yep.
years? Yeah, yeah, Johnny's old, but
Getting
I
there.
look good.
Getting there.
Look good. That's no filter, motherfucker. Yeah.
Yeah, I do feel like it's like kind of it does look very nice and smooth.
No, there's no filter.
Oh
You can
wow.
see my wrinkles.
No, like the Barbara Walters like putting butter on the camera. Do you know
I
about
do this to hide my breast. You can't see my smoker's teeth. This. Did she really do that?
That was the old joke. It's like, yeah, like Barbara Walters, she always looked good, and they just put butter on the lens and
Oh,
kind
for
of.
her to look good.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Then opposite. All right. I want
Yeah.
my breast to shine. You put some butter on the lens.
No, no, it's like a film over the lens, so it just kind of blurs it out.
Really?
It's the old joke. I don't know
Well,
if
I don't
it's
know.
true.
Well,
I don't know if there's
well,
any
now we
truth
just push
to
a button for that to happen.
it. Yeah, yeah.
Click. All right.
You don't have to
Action.
get butter all up in your computer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We use butter for other stuff. Bread, you dirty
Bread!
bastards. God. Oh,
A
jeez
nice
Louise.
loaf of bread
Yes. Okay.
with cream filling.
Oh God! Now, dude, okay, all right. Well, this ship is sinking. All right, so your band is awesome. I love your band. Your music video is great. I'm definitely going to play that at the end of this podcast. So go wait till the end and stuff. Don't go to the end. Listen, watch the
Don't
whole show.
skip.
Yeah, don't skip. But yeah, so we're gonna have your you're gonna have one of your tracks at the very end of the show and stuff, so everybody can understand what black metal is,
Or
and then
you
hear
can
the
come to
best
the
from
show.
Tokyo.
You can come to. We're actually
Yeah, when are you playing next? Plug it.
yeah, I would love to. Swazond will be playing our first show in like a year. So what happened? We actually changed members. We have a new guitarist.
Now, you
So,
changed a lot of members, huh?
oh,
It seems like it kind of goes around and stuff a lot.
I,
Then again, you're in like three bands, so I don't know.
I'm in more than that, but yeah.
in more than three bands.
Some of them I don't. Some of them are very. It's varying degrees of activeness.
Professional musicians. Jeez, the life.
The life. So yeah, Swazond, we took kind of a year off after uh the guitarist Shohei, he decided to leave the band.
Hmm.
And then we found our actually we've known him for a long time, good friend of ours, Daigo. He agreed to join the band. He's in
Good name.
yeah, Daigo. He's in a band called Gozen, which they're still active too. So everyone's got a lot of stuff going on. So we're playing our first show with him as a new member live, and that'll be on May 10th at Shinjuku Wildside.
Oh,
Do you know that place?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know a lot of places in Shinjuku.
Basement place. It's really cool. I'm pretty excited about it. Really good stage. Also I invited a friend of mine to it's like they have a big LCD screen behind it. So I was like, okay, this is cool. We're playing our first show in a while. And wait, I know a guy who does video stuff. So I got a friend, he does like 3D. Most of his stuff is like 3D visuals and animation stuff and like video games and stuff. So I invited him to do, he's gonna do live video like
He's a VJ.
yeah, he does VJ.
Yeah, it's a VJ. Yeah, so
Break it down. People don't know black metal, but you say VJ. I know what that is.
Oh yeah, dude, VJs are great. I love VJs, man. VJs are awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's gonna do that. I'm sucks because I won't be able to see. We should video record it because I'll be in front of it. I won't be able to.
Oh my God,
look over
dude,
my shoulder.
dude, you should. Oh, dude, listen, I tell this to all the bands. If you're gonna perform anywhere at any time, like video it and live stream it, because the thing is, though, you never know what's gonna happen once you get on stage. Just like this podcast, you know, we live streamed it. Also, my wife called me from Niigata, which is actually North Japan. She calls me up. She's like, "Hey, we're leaking. Do you have like the water on?" I'm like, "No, none of the water's on. You know, don't worry about it." But the neighbors are complaining. The owner of the building's pissed. I'm like, "Why? What? She's freaking out. There's no water." I mean, I almost spilled champagne
just
or
a
wine,
ghost.
but yeah.
A ghost in the toilet. That's all. Ghost in the shell.
Can you do me a favor and just open up the bathroom door and look in? Wouldn't that be crazy if the toilet is overflowing?
open it and
Oh
then-
my God, are you serious?
Is this it?
Yeah, is there water on the floor?
Where's the light?
Just walk in. Do you feel water? Just dip.
Where is the light? Is this?
The lights, it's in this building is like fucking 100 years old and stuff. The lights on the I'll just do it.
Oh wait, is it here?
Yeah, it's right there.
Okay.
You see water on the floor?
No.
There's no water on the floor.
I mean, yeah, looks dry.
Okay, fine. Yep. I was thinking because
Is up.
if the neighbors are complaining about like our house being flooded, our apartment being flooded, and then dripping down into their apartment and stuff, I mean, would it be crazy? I'm like, nah, it's not us. And then I checked everything except for the fucking toilet.
Except for the thing that's really causing it.
Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Don't call the plumber. Everything's fine.
Oh, there it goes. Sorry.
You break it, you buy it.
All right, I'll be more careful. I also don't want to buy a broken painting. I want a not broken artwork.
Oh, I have broken paintings that are amazing. I got a painting that's like 200 years old that's broken. I bought it at this flea market. It's so old. I love
There's
antique
like a
shows.
hole in it.
Oh yeah, it's ripped to pieces. I love Japanese antiques, so I go to Japanese antique shows whenever I can. And I was walking around and I saw this one where it seemed like some guy maybe he just like robbed like an old person's home, but because it was like all this random old people stuff and stuff that was like 100 years old, like 50 years old, 100 years old, like and then even older and stuff. And this guy just didn't care. He's just selling everything for any price, And I'm looking around, they had some interesting stuff, but they had this one like painting. And I looked at it, I'm like, oh my God, this is really amazing. I really love this. This is great. I mean, how old is this? He's like, Edo Meiji. And I'm like, and I asked him, I'm like, wait, is it over 100 years old? He's like, oh yeah. And I'm like, is it 200 years old? He's like, it's about that. I'm like, okay, great. How much do you want for it? And I think he said 3,000 yen, like Sanzen yen. And I was like, me being me, I'm like, I don't know, 2,000 yen. And he's like, okay. So I bought this painting that is priceless for 2,000 yen. I'll show it to you after the show.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
Actually, I think that happens quite a lot in Japan. Like, I got a really nice tea cabinet, basically down the street from where I was working. My boss, she's kind of a pack rat. So this is my ex-boss, but she's a pack rat, and so she also had her eye on different properties, and she was kind of looking to buy the building. And
Wow, that's expensive in Tokyo.
this is Yokohama, but still, she wanted to buy it, but so a lot of times with Japan, there's an aging population, so basically a lot of houses, if they're worth anything, they would stay in the family as long until it like collapses or whatever. But in the case where, and this is happening increasingly too, where kids they move on, they move out of the nest and they make their own life, and then they don't want to move back in the house they grew up in.
Yeah.
Because why do that? So the couple passed away, uh, daughter inherited it, but she's just like, oh, just tear it down, and like she sold the land. So like they're gonna tear down this building, but there's all these like old people's belongings. So I got this like really nice old tea cabinet. I still have it.
Really? Wow.
I got it for free.
Oh my God, for free.
For free. Like it was just like come and get anything that you want. You have to take it or it's gonna turn into trash.
Yeah, take it or it's dust.
I got that, and I got like a nice ceiling fixture light.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it was like free. Awesome.
That's
So,
amazing.
and a really cool old like wooden bear statue carving.
Oh, really?
It's really awesome. I was like, ooh, nobody claimed this bear yet. It's like really well carved.
So it's like an estate sale where everything is free.
Yeah, it's like come and pick this stuff up. We're tearing this down tomorrow.
Wow, dude. Oh, I love that.
Like-
I would have loved to have been there.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Coins and all sorts of cool stuff, photographs, old photographs. I love all that stuff.
Yeah, just anything that's lying around. And I was like, I'm taking this bear. I still have a friend who is also digging through this house. And
Old records.
Didn't see that.
Oh my God. If I found like a cabinet full of 45s, I would have grabbed them all. Oh my God. I love old Japanese music from like the 60s and 70s.
That would be yeah.
I used to go to a bar in Shimokizawa. That's all they did. They poured drinks and they just played songs from like they had all these 45s and they just played music from like the 70s and 80s.
Wow.
And dude, they had that tabletop Miss Pac-Man game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So you sit down, you have your beer there, you play Miss Pac-Man, and then you just fucking listen to like this really amazing like 1980s Japanese music,
That's awesome.
Before it kind of turned to like J-pop. But yeah,
My God,
but the 80s and 70s, dude, it was so great. Mostly 80s. I like the early 80s stuff, whatever. I don't know. It's just something that, gets me going.
That's cool.
But yeah. Well, that's cool. Speaking of art, okay, you're not only in a band,
Yes.
a couple, like I guess several bands, but you're also a prolific artist with your art at Coasters here in Nakameguro, hanging
Yep.
on the walls. One of our favorite bars here in Nakameguro.
Yep.
Actually, no, I think not one. Coasters is my favorite bar in Nakameguro by far. It's fantastic.
That's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's other bars that are okay and stuff, but I mean, Coasters is the
They're
best.
pretty awesome.
Oh my God, the pizza's amazing. The staff is great. The
The
beers are
food is
good.
really good.
Oh God, their pizza's so good.
Like,
Dude, I fucking love their pizza.
yeah.
God, I'm getting hungry. I can't talk about it because I start thinking about it. And if I start thinking about it, I'm like, show's over. Bing. Let's go.
Yeah. So that was kind of also kind of I don't know. How did I figure that out?
Serendipity.
That was
Spur of
serendipity.
the moment.
Yeah, I had just like kind of
the moment.
I had just stopped by there and like I a good friend of mine, you may know him. Do you know Mel? He
I know
used
a girl named Mel.
No, it's a definitely a dude. He's Filipino American.
You know what? The thing is, I know so many people, dude, that it's just like, I mean, not bragging or
Anyway.
anything, but it's just doing what I do. You just meet so many people. But so, I mean, if I see the guy's face, I'm like, oh shit, yes, of course. But
Okay.
yeah, maybe.
Fair enough.
maybe.
I don't remember names very well either.
I'm so bad with names. I'm sorry, faders.
Yeah, if don't be offended when people don't remember your name. Just I think I think the key for me to remember anybody's name is to not just meet them, to actually like go and do something with them. That's kind of really
Who's got the time, dude?
who's got the time to make friends?
Okay, all right, no, dude. Friday, I organized a music event.
Mm-mm.
There was so many people in Shibuya Knob where it's just like I had to grab the what's called the cash register and leave the fucking venue and go on the stairs outside and start taking people's money and pushing them in and just saying, "Get in, go to the left. Get in, go to the left." You can't even go to the left, but I was just telling them to do it because
You're like running into a wall.
It was so packed. I'll show you a video, man. Here,
That's awesome.
for all you guys watching this on YouTube, you're gonna get a little treat. But this is, and I meet everybody because everybody wants to talk to me because you're running the whole thing and stuff or whatever, and they're like, "Oh my God," da, da, da. And so
And you very like charismatic and have this like vibe. And so like it's like this attractive thing. People want to talk to you. So
I blame the booze. All right, so this is it.
That's pretty full.
Now it got maybe not twice
have a
as much as
stage
that,
too?
but there's a lot more people that showed up after that. So here you go. So if you're watching this, there you go. That's a great
pretty
band too. That band's called Roulette Red. Very cool band. I'm really good friends with the drummer Grant. Really nice guy.
So
Yeah.
I thought you said it's a bar and a music space.
It's basically a nightclub,
Mm.
and they do all sorts of stuff there. They do like comedy shows, they do performance acts and stuff. But when I rent it out, it's all just rock and roll. Sometimes hip hop, I guess.
That's awesome.
But yeah, so I rent out Knob, and I have events there, and that was Friday. That was packed, and then last night I had an exhibition with several amazing artists at Nihonbashi Air, and that was
Oh,
that
okay,
was.
yeah.
Here's a video
The
of
levels
that.
thing, right?
The levels thing, yeah, and that was pretty packed. There were so many events happening this
Yeah,
last
it's-
week. But here we go. Here's this. Da, 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 da.
How many artists this time?
Six or seven, I think.
Mm.
So yeah, so that's at the beginning, and then it starts filling up and stuff. And there's like 6 floors. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, party's happening. But yeah, so I meet so many people, so I'm talking to everybody and stuff. I can't remember everybody's name. I wish I could, but dude, my brain is only this big. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? It's the size of a walnut, Have you seen the movie Memento, where he tattoos all over his body all the things he doesn't want to forget? I'm gonna have to do that with names. I'm like, oh, your name is Sally. Oh, no. Tomoko.
Yeah, I thought so. You look a little more like a Tomoko, not a Sally.
No, hey. All right. Speaking of artists and stuff, you got your work at Coasters, which we both love. But I want to talk to you about your artwork because
Sure.
I think that your artwork is absolutely spectacular. I love the tangible. I love the prints. I think that's so cool. I love your colors, especially right now. You're doing a lot of neon colors. You know me, faders. I love neon. I love black lights and stuff. So I think your stuff is so very cool. And I was at Coasters about a week ago, and I was talking to Mika, and we were admiring your artwork, and I'm like, yeah, dude, I love snakes, so I think the snake thing is really cool. And she's like, you know what that is? I'm like, it's a snake. She goes, no, it is a snake, but it's made from a lizard. And I was like, what? So
Mm-mm.
please tell me about this.
Sure, sure, sure. So it's the artwork itself. It's part of a series I've been doing since well, I would call it a series just to make it understandable and
Mhm.
digestible conceptually, I guess. For
Edible.
yeah, like if we're trying to introduce metal with Metallica, we
Yeah.
have to. So the this artwork that we're talking about in
Mm.
particular,
Mm.
that I've been doing is called Nengajo, which is uh, or to say it in English would be a New Year's greeting card.
Oh, really?
So yeah,
Okay.
so basically in Japan it's a one of their traditions. Japan is not a Christian country, so they don't really have Christmas. Well, they do now,
Oh, they
but
have Christmas.
Christmas here is like for dating. So like you don't really exchange presents. The big thing here is
Mhm.
New Year's. So living here, I've been here for 15 years.
Mm.
Not as long as you.
No, it doesn't matter. After you pass like four, the hump, you're okay.
Four's the hump.
Well, because after
I guess
four,
it's like college, right? You're
four,
like
most people leave after two, then it
yeah,
goes to
too.
four, and then once you get past six, you're pretty much you're a
Yeah,
lifer
yeah, pretty.
unless you're forced to leave, unless you're kicked out, which happens. Oh my
It
God.
does happen. So
Thanks, man.
sure, sure. I've been here
Yes, so
15
good.
years, and so I started uh as the idea. Should I put it here?
Yeah, just put it on the
Okay,
book.
okay. That's clinky. So the idea was initially with the Nengajo or the New Year's greeting card is I'm not really I don't really celebrate Christmas. I mean, when I was a kid or like you do it kind of out of habit, but like it's not really what's going on here. So the
Hmm.
idea was for me to send these New Year's greeting cards to kind
Hmm.
of keep in touch with family and friends abroad.
Really?
That was like the whole impetus of it.
What a great idea.
Like, and
Nobody gets cards.
well, and that's the thing too, is like a lot of people, like you open the mail, is you got junk mail and b bills. It's just bills. It's nothing. It's
I
like
never
so.
check the mail anymore. I never check the mail
Who
anymore. Now, dude,
you don't have?
I get. I'm sorry. My wife checks the mail, and I always get like one or two letters from the IRS, and I'm just like, do I open these or do I not?
Do you pay your taxes or do you not? Wait,
No,
don't answer that.
no,
Just
no, no,
being
no, no. I
recorded.
pay all my taxes. I pay my American
Good, good.
taxes, my
Or do
Japanese
answer.
taxes. Yeah, but my last accountant was fucking.
Not very good.
God, what an idiot. Yeah, so basically, I get letters from the IRS, so it's a back and forth. Anyway, fuck that.
No,
Tell me
it's
about.
been
So you're sending letters. You're sending
or
post.
saying postcards.
Yeah,
So like Japanese typically do that just for family and friends
yeah.
domestically here.
Hmm.
And so I kind of took that as just once I kind of became the lifer that I am now,
Yeah.
that I thought, okay, I should, make a gesture and I want to keep in contact with people. It's actually been very good for me as the years go on. I've kind of keep on ramping up what I've done. Like originally, the first time I did something at all was like a spray paint stencil.
Hmm.
Uh, that was like one of the earliest uh, postcards that I did.
Mm.
And then I got into, I really love printmaking. Like artistically, that's kind of what everything revolves around that core, I would say.
Hmm.
So,
Like silk screen.
well, any form of printmaking, really.
Right, even like the crank thing where the rulers have the paper go through it and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Like that would
Wow,
be
that's
etching
cool.
or lithography.
Yeah, that's great.
Have that sort of press.
Hmm.
If you want, that takes like real equipment. But things that you can do on your own at home,
Hmm.
or I've actually done workshops too, are like to do like a wood block, like we were talking about, like Edo period, like
Hmm.
the old, you know, Japanese wood blocks. Like that stuff, I find really endlessly fascinating. I love that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like the Hunko stamp.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that too, because they have a stamp on it.
Hmm.
I'm big fan of stamps.
Me too.
I like kind of. I think it's a great way to. I don't know. I go to a lot of temples with that like partly in mind to get like. Do you do goshuin?
No,
Uh,
no, don't do that at temples. Don't do that at the train stations, whatever.
oh,
That's
train
the one.
station stamps. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't
I
do
do.
that. Yeah.
Wait, what do you do? What are you talking about stamps? What stamps are you kind of
I just
always
love stamps, you know. I
like the
love like,
idea?
like the Hunko stamp, I think
Mm,
that's so cool.
mm,
Like for example, like back in the day, like in
mm.
Europe and stuff, they'd write a letter and then they would have like beeswax or something, and
Oh
then
yeah, yeah.
they'd have their
That is
crest, and
cool too.
they'd do that. I wish there was a way to do that with email. Like there you go. Yeah, the thing is, you kind of could, because we got the what you call it, the mouse pad on our computers. How come there isn't one that you can imprint stuff or whatever?
I mean, there are like
For
you
your
have your
finger,
fingerprint,
yeah, but why not have
but
like a crest or something, or like whatever?
hmm.
I don't know.
Well, that's the thing.
That's
It's
ridiculous.
I feel like some people, whether they are more fixated on it like you or I, or whether they just like see it and then they're like, oh yeah, I remember like when this was a thing. Like I think everyone is that I come into contact or that actually, I
Hmm.
mean, maybe some people just don't care with whatever. But the people I talk to, they
Hmm.
all they like this sort of thing. And for me, I think the why I love printmaking so much is that
Hmm.
I like the idea of multiples or that
Hmm.
something
Hmm.
could be for everyone
Yeah.
more like spread out, more easily spread out.
Oh
Like
yeah.
it's
Well.
not like the like
Mm.
I mean, expensive paintings, they're cool. Uh and of course, like that has its function artistically too. But
Hmm.
I like that the idea of that something can be more easily accessible or more easily gotten for everyone. And
Hmm.
so the cool thing with that, which is kind of in the last 2 years, so it's kind of snowballed a little bit in
Mm.
a good way.
Yeah.
So I started with doing more like woodblock or like a linoleum cut
Yeah.
prints, and then after that I switched to cyanotype, which is cyanotype. To easy way to explain it, it's how like a blueprint is made. It's using the same chemical process, which is
Oh,
like
like ditto sheets.
I don't know what it is.
That's like the old copying machines that they used to use.
Oh yeah, probably yeah. So it's basically in this case, the chemicals that you expose, it's a photographic process.
Hmm.
Like,
Oh, maybe a little different.
I mean, you have to think about like a photographic process more in like a broad sense. And
Hmm.
what that means is if you think about, it's not like on your phone. Because this is not being printed.
Hmm.
Anything on, you have to go through the process of printing it.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the actual printing part of
Hmm.
the photo process, where, well, if you talk about the film part too,
Hmm.
there's light is exposing or like how do I put it?
Like a lithograph.
A lithograph
Lithograph, yeah.
lithograph can be photo based. It's not necessarily photo based. But so cyanotype basically it's you're exposing chemicals to UV light.
Hmm.
And so the UV light reacts with the chemicals, and wherever there's like a kind of something blocking out that light, that's how you get your image. So cyanotype is a photographic process like that.
Yeah, they used to do that, and basically it's like opposite too, right? Isn't the
Yeah,
image
it was
opposite,
yeah,
like
exactly.
backwards?
So
Hmm.
you need to create a negative in order to get a positive image,
Hmm. Hmm.
like a regular film. So I did that for a while,
That's cool.
and then I got curious about risography, which is another printing process, which I think is pretty cool. Which is, I think the easiest way to explain that would be it's somewhere between uh, a, a Xerox, like a photocopy, and a silk screen. So like it's kind of right in the middle, the way I think about it. So a Xerox machine, everyone uses those. So the difference with risograph is that there's like for your image, there's a drum inserted in a machine that looks like a Xerox machine, but it's a drum which has your particular image imprinted on the mesh, and
Yeah.
then the ink, whatever color you choose, is pushed through the mesh like it would be for a silk screen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's doing it in a much more cost-effective way. Silkscreen, so you have to like make your screen and expose that and then press
Mm-hmm.
the ink through it yourself. There are machines to do it, but risograph is like that, but more simplified, or in the way that you just put you can upload through your computer or however you want to do it. I think you can actually, there's a bed on top like a Xerox, and you can do it like that directly
Mm-hmm.
too. But the cool part is that I think it the layers, whereas silkscreen the ink is more opaque.
Mm-hmm.
Risograph the inks blend
Mm-hmm.
more, and as
Oh,
they're
really?
yeah, as they're layered on top of each other. So say you have yellow and then you put like a pink on top of it, you're gonna get orange where the colors overlap.
And that's intentional.
That's part of the process. Yeah, that's part of, and that's why I was like,
Oh,
oh, that's
wow.
cool.
So
That's
yellow and blue
yeah,
equals green.
yeah. I mean, so I'll show, since I brought this. This is this year's Nengajo, which is very. It ended up being more colorful than I originally intended, and that was partly due to what inks the shop itself had on hand.
I like your new work. Your new work
Thank you.
is really colorful. Oh yeah, so if you're watching YouTube, there we go. That's the snake. That's it. Now, you made the snake design with your lizard?
Yes, so I have a pet bearded dragon, and since so now he's wow, it's kind of cool because like even on the screen it reads more as red, but if you see it in person, it's more orange, like fluorescent orange.
Maybe I do have a filter on.
No, it's kind of it's so fluorescent. Even your painting, like let's see. Mm, like this orange in this tower is not reading the same way in the screen, which
Yeah,
is
that's brighter. This is darker. Well, maybe I should just turn up the lights.
I don't think that's why.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Oh, problem solved, right?
But I think that's with certain colors, it's hard for different cameras to read the
Oh, no,
colors.
no, no. Okay. In all seriousness, you're absolutely correct. Yeah, that is darker. No, when I
Hmm.
do a lot of black light painting and stuff at
That's true.
nightclubs, and when I take
Mm-mm-mm.
photos of it with my iPhone,
It's
my
a
really
nightmare, right?
damn expensive iPhone, I can barely get everything looking like halfway decent, you know?
Yeah, so as I was saying, this
Oh, yeah, yeah. That orange and this is completely different.
right?
Still looks cool though.
I like how it's cool. It does change depending on the light. It even changes. So now we have like the room light. But if you take this out in like sunlight,
Hmm.
it even looks different then. That's the cool part.
Oh, between this and tungsten,
I,
like natural and tungsten.
yeah, I feel like it looks different even then,
Yeah, that's
which is
right.
cool.
Yeah, that's right.
I think
Yeah.
that's a cool added feature, which I wasn't expecting. And so originally when I did the layout for this,
Hmm.
so I'd been saving the sheddings from my pet lizard, and I uh with the intention to someday do something like this. Uh and so I collaged the more snaky looking parts. Because he's a bearded dragon, there's some like very lizardy looking parts. So I took the ones that were resembled more like a snake
Hmm.
and collage them together on a piece of film
Hmm.
using just glue. Glue dries clearly, and then I put that collage up, like kind of made a light box out of my window and photographed that. Then took it into Procreate and edited that, and
Wow.
yeah, it's quite a crazy process. So it's very like I'd say my work is very like process oriented. Like I like thinking about like okay, in this case I wanted to do four snakes. So okay, each snake has its own color.
Hmm.
What is it gonna be made of? So I wanted to have it also take advantage of that risograph. Can you can print photos in with risograph ink and do like halftone.
Hmm.
So this is not necessarily, if it's halftone, it's very fine. I don't think he did halftone because it's kind of I really like what's the word for it? I kind of maxed out the values so there wasn't really any gray in it.
Mm.
Uh like posterized it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was intentional. I was kind of focused more on uh, how the colors you can see when they're overlapped here, that kind of fluorescent orange pink is doing something with that. A little bit hard to see. You can kind of see it on the face of the snake
Right
too.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically the colors they don't bleed so much, they just overlap.
They overlap, and you can kind of see it where the green and yellow is turning into a different green there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can kind of see it there. It's again, it's something that's more clear in person.
I think it's a really, really, really cool effect, and I don't see anybody else really doing this kind of stuff. And we went around the corner to like a gallery
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
also a kind of like a bookstore kind of thing, whatever.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And yeah. There's nobody doing anything like this.
Mm.
So yeah, what you're doing is very unique,
Thank
very
you.
original, very, very cool. I
Mm.
think your concepts are amazing. I love that you're taking your artwork to the next level by instead of just using like a Photoshop filter, you're using the skin of your dog, your pet,
Mm-mm.
not dog. The obvious
Next,
of a dog.
I could
Yeah.
use like dog hair. That's a good idea.
Well, you could, but anyway, yeah, I think this is awesome. I think your colors are great.
So actually,
Yeah, it's
when I
super
went to
cool.
the
Very,
shop,
very, very cool.
I'll plug even the shop because they're a small company. I think deserve good business. It's
Yeah,
called
do it.
Print and Plant. I've been using them not just for this, for other products or projects I've done. Uh, I did the year before I did Dragon, which actually, since he's a bearded dragon, I wanted to use the skin for the dragon, but then I
Hmm.
totally ditched the idea. And then I thought, well, since it's going from the dragon to the snake, it's still kind of appropriate to use lizard skin for a snake, even, kind of mixing it.
They're the same species.
They're both reptiles.
Reptiles, right?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fine. So that was kind of the idea with that. But the layout, I actually had gone more with like just plain primary colors.
Hmm.
Well, and green's not primary, but so it was quite darker. I went to the shop and they're like, we don't have that green that you're trying to get.
Yeah,
You,
you're fired.
I still wanted to do it with them, but they're on the spot as I'm like giving him the data to make the prints. We had to kind of recalibrate. Like I had chosen the colors, but he just didn't have that one green. He only had this lighter green.
Oh, that
So
green right there?
that green changed the whole thing. I was gonna go, this was gonna be more of a red, this was gonna be a deeper blue. Yellow's yellow, so it's always gonna be light. But I'm kind of in a way glad that that was what and it was such a shock to me. I don't know, that's part of the awesome
Hmm.
part of like the artistic process when you're like, all right, I know what I'm going for, and
Hmm.
then at some point it just went sideways, went like,
Happy accident, man. I say it
yeah,
every single day.
yeah,
Every single day. Happy accident.
yeah. Those are the
Yeah.
best. And I was like, wow, this is, and I still look at this work and
Mhm.
I feel like it's quite the palette itself at least is it's
Dude,
quite a different thing for me. So it's
yo.
such a weird thing. It's like you give birth to your art and then you're like, wow,
And then you give it its
yeah,
own life, right? But
yeah, it's weird.
Tom, I've been at coasters where
Mm-mm.
we're talking about artwork and stuff with like a bunch of people there, and then somebody's like, "Wow, but I like this stuff over here," and they point to yours.
That's awesome.
You know? So yeah, I mean, well, coasters gets like a lot of great people in there. So
Mm-mm.
there's always cool people going there and stuff. And what do they
Mm-mm.
do when they're having their drinks and eating their delicious food? They're checking out the walls and they're seeing the amazing artwork and stuff. And I'm
I
really really happy that your work is hanging on the walls there, dude.
I'm happy that it's kind of I was taking it after you, to be honest. So I had popped in there. I'm gonna go back to I was talking about my friend Mel. So I had uh
Mel,
Mel, if you're
Mel,
watching, he has his own podcast. It's called Made in Japan. So he's a
like
podcaster
Iron
too.
Maiden.
Uh
Remember the album Made in
he is a
Japan?
huge Maiden fan and we went to see them together.
Did you really? I
Yes,
love
we
Iron
did.
Maiden.
That was it was awesome. It was a really big show. But in any case, we we had gone to the Shimokirazawa coasters.
I've never been to that one.
We went there because I was saying before, mentioned before, he's Filipino American, so
Hmm.
he's got a friend who's a chef, and they were doing like kind of a Filipino food pop-up. So he's like, let's go to Coasters.
Wait, is it Josh? Is his friend Josh the organizer?
I don't know. Sorry.
It's okay. Yeah.
I met him. I like shook his hand. He was like,
Mhm.
"Hey, I'm cooking today." I said hi,
Mhm.
and yeah, so that was the first time I'd gone to Coasters. And then, yeah, like a month or so ago, I was just coming
Mhm.
back. I think from maybe band practice, and just kind of had casually stopped into Coasters. And Mika, I noticed your work, and I was like, "Wait, that's Johnny's paintings," and she's like, yeah, he comes here all the time. I'm like, and so she was telling me how that they want to, you know, make it more kind of a art, not, I mean, it's about the beer, it's about the food, but then also about the art and like local artists. I'm like, that's a really like rare to even hear. I would, or maybe I'm not going out as much as I should.
Some places do that, but it's all about money. I think about in coasters, coasters not about money.
Right, bro.
Coasters,
That's the
coasters
other thing.
about culture and they're
Right,
about
right.
supporting a scene. So that's one thing that I love about coasters
Yeah.
because they're 110% legit when it comes to that kind of
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
A
I
lot
love
of
that.
other restaurants, not I'm not naming names and I'm not going to say, anything about that,
No
but
dissing.
some most no, I don't
We're
diss.
good.
No, I don't shade, but no, some places they charge you for you to have your artwork on the
Mm.
wall, and then if you sell it and stuff, they take like 50% or something like that.
Well,
And that's no good. So I like how coasters is just like, yeah, we'll hang your work and stuff, and if you sell, you keep all the money and stuff. Yeah, we just want to build up a scene. We want to support everybody. Like good peoples,
mm.
good
I think
peoples.
that's good. I think it's also like, I don't know. If you're the one going in there doing, making the, I understand why a gallery might charge a percentage or
Oh,
why,
galleries are different from restaurants and
right,
bars.
it's a
Yeah,
restaurant.
it's
So it's
different.
like,
So
but
yeah.
like, it does make sense I totally get it. Like, okay, without this venue, without this situation,
Mhm.
the people wanting to buy your work, they would never have met you. So we're gonna take our cut of that.
No, I understand
That
that, but no,
like
no.
it makes
Sometimes,
sense.
yeah, no. But for you to pay for your artwork to be on the wall and then for them to take a cut, I think that's
Yeah.
not that cool.
No, it's
You
not.
know,
I
I mean,
mean,
for them to take a cut, I think, yeah, I'd be totally happy, for 20%, just because
mm-mm,
you are putting your stuff up there, and they
mm-mm,
are giving you the opportunity for you to hang your work
mm.
and stuff like that. Totally cool with that. But for you to pay for your artwork to be up there, like, oh, can I
That's too
hang my
much.
artwork? Yeah, sure. Give me go my yen. And you're like, oh, fuck.
Then you like have to sell, which also kind of that sucks.
Oh, motivates you to get a customer.
It does. It's like, hey, I'm gonna bring a lot of friends here.
I hope they buy the paintings
Yeah, it just
so I can pay for
and
the space. But yeah.
yeah, I mean, I've done. So I also do kind of related. Yeah, we're getting low.
Oh, no, no, we're not getting low. We are low, dude. Oh my God, we're on E.
We'll be very shortly.
Oh, we still got to do the news.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. We pick some good, juicy headlines. Wow, that's really see, and they always trick you these wine bottles because it's always the bottom of it
They
has
got the
that.
dip.
Yeah, so
You know
it
what the
looks
dip
like.
is? You know what that's for, though, right?
Why don't you educate everyone? I know what it's for, but I don't want to show
You
off.
don't know. Okay, the dip at the bottom. This is a French bartender told this to me. He said wines that have a dip, like right here,
Mm.
it's because the wine has a deeper flavor, right?
Hmm.
And so what happens is the sediment when the wine is like on a shelf, the sediment comes down and it separates.
Hmm.
And then what they do is they twist it and stuff, so it kind of like makes the sediment move around, I guess.
Hmm.
And so that's why there's a dip. So whenever you see a bottle of wine that has like a dip in it, and I'm kind of drunk, so I'm probably not explaining this too well, but yeah, yeah, if you put your thumb here and you've got a really, really deep dip, that means the wine has a deeper flavor. So
That
the
didn't
deeper
really.
the dip, the deeper the flavor because the sediment separates and stuff like that. So they intentionally,
It's separating to the edge.
yeah, to the edge around it and stuff. And then I guess they twist it, which kind of shakes it for it to go around in a circle. That's the way it was explained it to me. If it's true, it's true. And if it's
Fair
not, hey,
enough.
I like that story anyway.
Fair enough.
Hey, can you do me a favor? We're running out of
Battery and all that.
juice. Yeah, step
Where's your
right
outfit?
by your right foot.
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Okay, great.
right there.
Fantastic. Man, this place is falling apart. Battery! Man, so I think your artwork is amazing. I'm
Thank
glad that
you.
it's hanging on the walls and coasters, and I've
And this is a
exhibited with
present for
you.
you.
Is
So
it really?
yes,
Oh my
that's the whole
goodness.
reason I brought.
Ah, thanks, man. I
Well,
really
because
appreciate that.
no, because I was trying to get your address, and you're like, "I'll see you, man," and I'm like, "All right." So we're seeing each other right now.
Fantastic.
Currently, we are in the same room
Awesome.
in your place. Here. Um, one thing I will say, just so,
Yeah.
and this for anybody who collects risographs, try not to touch it because this stuff, it like never really truly dries. You can like
No.
still smudge it.
Are you serious?
Like if you tried, you have to like actually try.
I'm not gonna try.
But like the thing that kind of sucks is the ones that I mail, I print my address and print some stuff on the back. When I'm sending it through my little home printer, it kind of some of them it kind of messes up with the ink, but I can go with an eraser. Like
Hmm.
you can erase this stuff with an
Yeah.
eraser. It's I don't know, it's weird. It's this ink, but it's kind of like more like dry, like graphite. I don't know.
Weird.
It's very weird. So yeah, I'm still learning. I'm thinking to do next year is the year of the horse. And the one cool thing about Risograph 2 is that you can print on black paper. So I'm thinking
Oh,
I don't know if you saw that I was talking to that guy at the art gallery.
Yamada-san?
Not Yam was that Shim no, my God.
Shinzo, right?
Oh God. To me. There's Yamamoto, right?
Oh, Yamamoto, yeah.
But then his I'll get the name. I'll remember it later.
Mm.
Anyways, he was. Did you see his risographs that he was showing me, or not really?
No, I didn't like I was talking to the photographer girl.
Uh-uh.
So I was talking to her about her artwork. And so I wasn't really paying attention to what you guys
Oh,
were
that's
doing
fine.
and stuff. And I didn't even think it was like any of my business. I didn't
Oh,
know
fair,
like if you
fair
guys
enough.
were making any side deals or something like that. So
Hope so.
no, no, no. But I was talking to the girl and stuff. So I have no idea.
So he did one of his prints he was showing me was a version of the same photograph done on white paper and done on black paper. So
Really?
yeah, so
I
and
love those guys.
as there this is using fluorescent ink. They also have metallic ink. So yeah,
No.
so I'm thinking to do I still don't have fully formed. We're in April right now, so I have some
Yeah.
time. But it's horse, and I want to do it on black paper if I can. The other problem is how do you send a black postcard in the mail? I have to, yeah, lots of extra problems I'm making for myself that don't need to be problems.
You know, I think you can get all your solutions from that art store in Shinjuku. Staccato.
Staccato? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, they have anything and everything you could ever want and stuff.
Yeah, well, it's more like design
Hmm.
problems I'm making myself. So it's the other thing is like as like this stamp. I think I already have a solution for it, but this is something I always put my name stamp
Yeah, your Honko
on everything. Um, so how do you print that on black paper? You know, that sort of these sort of
with
problems.
red.
But it's not going to show up because its paper is very black.
Red's not going to show up on black. Isn't
Nope.
that kind of cool if it's like a dark red that's on black?
Well, what I think my solution will be is to print to stamp it on top of any risograph ink, which will,
Oh, that's on the corner or something like
yeah,
that.
just,
So it's like kind of like, you know, when you have a painting, you have somebody's name right there. It's just like on top.
yeah, it'll be like on top of the,
Yeah, on top of the
yeah,
image,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, okay, gotcha.
Not on top of just the blank black paper.
Fantastic. Well, I mean, dude, I love what you're doing. I love what
Thank
you're
you.
going to do. I love that you're taking your craft and you're just like experimenting and
Mm,
playing and just having fun and being super creative.
yeah,
And it's paying off, man. And I really look forward to all the great stuff that you're going to do in the
thank you.
future. And I look forward to like exhibiting with you again too, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah. There's so many exhibitions and things that I'm involved in right now.
You're a busy man. It's awesome.
You know,
It's
uh,
very cool because I think there's very few. No, I can't think of many people who are like actively
uh,
doing that a lot with like I it's at least clear to me that you're kind of one of your motivations is to kind of bring people together, which is
I love people. I
That's
love talking
awesome.
to people
That's
and hanging
really
out with people.
cool.
I love creative people like
Mm,
musicians and artists and comedians and chefs and people that do cool stuff like that.
mm,
And you're like two in one, man.
mm.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a musician and you're an amazing musician and a fabulous artist, dude. So you
Thank
got the
you.
best of both worlds.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Well, I don't know how long we've been doing this. We've been here for like what, 2 hours?
Yeah, I'm not sure because met you at 2:30, but then we got real sidetracked, so I'm
Yeah, we did.
not.
Cool. We killed a bottle of was it what do we call this? Dish wine? We covered a bottle of
This
dish
wine.
wine. Well, it's not wine. It's kind of wine, so it's dish wine.
I understand why they have a confused looking bird on it. Like, what am I
This
drinking?
wine? Well, who am I? What
What
am I
is this
doing?
wine?
What is this? What is this? But okay, so faders, what we're going to do now is we're going to move forward and we're going to read the weekly news. We've got a few stories here that we think are pretty exciting, so we're going to get into that.
Hmm.
And so without further ado, let's pull that up. Okay. Oh, dude, we've been receiving a lot of comments. Casper, bro. Boo it. Casper.
Wait,
Casper.
that's
Bye.
part of his name is Boo.
Oh,
I thought we
okay.
were getting booed,
833.
digitally booed.
He crons. Black metal from Denmark or something. Oh, Norway. Oh, see, we're gonna get sidetracked. Okay, let's not read this. All
Uh,
right. All right, cool. So, all right, what we're gonna
yeah.
do is we're gonna move into the news. We're not gonna read the comments. What if the
What,
comments were all like evil and racist?
let,
We're like, what the fuck?
can we scan the com?
No, I don't want to read the comments. We're gonna talk about the comments for like 2 hours.
Oh, that's true. It's mostly this
It's the
one
same dude.
Okay, that's fine.
All right.
Talk to him later.
Okay, cool. All right. So wait, still there, right? We're still streaming. Yeah, yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right. The first story that we have is a story about something that both you and I do. Not bad stuff, but it's something that's happening here in
I'm a law-abiding citizen.
No, no, I am too. But you ride a bicycle. I
Yes,
ride a
I'm
bicycle.
quite avid bicycle rider.
Yeah, I've
Yes.
been riding a bicycle in Tokyo since 2003, I think.
And
So,
and you're living to tell the story because they don't really have bike lanes here. I mean, they kind of have a sad excuse for
yeah,
it.
cars are pretty dangerous. I wear a helmet now. Do you wear a helmet?
On longer trips, I do. Yes.
I hate helmets. I think I look like a complete moron with a helmet.
That's
But
all
the thing
right. A
is,
lot of people don't look cool here
yeah,
anyways.
yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. No, no, I completely feel you. But the thing is, it's just like, dude, there's so many more people on the roads with
Mm,
these electric bikes, and they ride like Mad Max.
yeah.
Red lights, intersections, whatever. They just boom, they go right through it.
Well, more and more,
Housewives are the worst too. You think a housewife
yeah,
with kids would just be
you
like,
would think.
she's on a bicycle that's motorized. You'd think that she'd like know how to ride a bicycle with her kids on it, you know? But no, she does not give a shit. She's riding across the street when cars are going like nyum, 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 you know? It's absolutely insane. Mad Max is an understatement sometimes. But anyway, so you ride a bicycle, I ride a bicycle. This story here is about cycling. So what I want you to do is read this article.
I'll do the reading.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you read the first one, I'll read the next one.
All right, that's fair enough. Okay, so headline is police to find minor rule breaking cyclists from April 1st. It's from next year. Why are they announcing this like a whole year in advance?
Oh my God, you're right. 2026, so we can still break these laws.
Awesome.
Hell yeah, dude. Oh my God, I'm so
Oh,
stoked.
uh,
I'm gonna ride my bike now. Oh wait, I'm kind of drunk. Okay, no, I shouldn't. Never ride your bike drunk in Japan.
I think it does address that issue. So let's get into it. Japan will implement a revised road traffic law from April next year that will see fines imposed for relatively minor traffic violations, such as using a mobile phone while riding a bicycle or ignoring a traffic light, police said Thursday. Starting April 1st, 2026, police can issue people aged 16 and older so-called blue tickets, which exempt an offender from being indicted if they pay a fine for more than uh what what
For more than
more
100
violations
violations.
as the country seeks to crack down on rule-breaking cyclists.
Ooh.
Currently, cyclists are only given a red ticket for some 20 serious offenses, including riding while being heavily intoxicated. A red ticket requires an investigation that can lead to a criminal procedure, creating a burden for both the police and the offender. The
Wait,
police,
wait, 20 serious offenses, and they only mention like drinking and driving?
I
What are
think
the
they're
other
gonna get
ones?
into the. I think they're getting into that
Okay,
second.
okay.
Okay, so the blue tickets are expected to be delivered when an offender does not follow a police officers' instructions or when causing danger to road traffic.
Oh, wow. So if you
Blue,
don't follow their instructions, you can get a ticket. They're like, get
I
off your bike. And you're like, no. And they're like, here's a ticket, bitch.
Yeah, so I think a lot of times, in my personal experience, a police will stop you or like give you directions, and if you're like,
Instructions. Did I
yeah,
say directions? I'm kind of drunk. Yeah.
directions and stuff, but like the point is like if you're trying to like flagrantly like if you're not obeying the guy who's trying to enforce the law is the police officer, then of course they would ticket you. But my experience is if you're cooperative, they they tend to let you off with just a warning, and
Really?
they don't ticket you at all.
Oh, wow.
I haven't been ticketed. I have a story, but let's get through the
Yeah,
article.
let's get through the article. Yeah.
Blue ticket fines will be set at Ichiman Nissan for using a mobile phone while operating a bicycle or looking attentively at its screen. 6,000 Rokusen-en for ignoring a traffic light, Gosen-en for riding a bicycle while holding an umbrella or listening to music through earphones, and Samsen-en for riding with a pillion, which is, I guess, a passenger.
Passenger. Yep.
The revised law also requires cyclists to keep to the left on a road as much as possible and vehicles to pass bicycle on the road at a safe speed. Yeah, so are we gonna enforce cars not like buzzing you? I don't think so.
Yeah,
They,
that sucks.
I mean, I would love them to, but how are they gonna catch that in real time? Uh, Anyways, following a rise in popularity of bicycles as a means of commuting amid the COVID-19 pandemic, the government has taken steps to reduce accidents involving bicycle riders. In November 2024, prison terms and fines were introduced for those cycling under the influence of alcohol or posing danger to traffic by using a mobile phone. Okay,
Wow.
so yes, this is basically from what I can see, yeah, they are saying, okay, bikes have become more popular because COVID. Sure, I understand that. Um, what I personally am annoyed by is that they kind of ignoring the I guess it's a much bigger problem than I think they think it is. I think there's like a structural, uh, like just the city itself. It's not really meant for cyclists in the first place.
Yeah, of course.
So like there's not really bike lanes, and when there are, it's shared with the bus. So I'm getting, you know, something that could really steamroll me, barreling, behind my back,
Hmm.
and they're sharing the lane. That's
Well, also like parked cars.
parked cars
Parked cars are in the bicycle lane all
right
the time.
over where that like bike kind of icon
Yeah.
is a somebody parked their car.
Yeah,
So
right over
like
here in Komaza. Oh, actually, on all roads.
it
Yeah, of
happens all
course.
the time.
Yeah.
So like to actually be safe, it's a really dangerous landscape, and
Hmm.
the it's a structural thing. So no matter like I think it's kind of really roundabout or not really addressing it's not really addressing the situation as it really is. It's like putting a band-aid on a stab wound. It's not
Hmm.
gonna work. It's you really need to stitch it up. So what I'm saying is like they're if they want to really address
Yeah, what's your
it,
solution?
they would need to make actual more effort to have like real bike lanes and have real like I guess discouraging people from bad. Of course, yeah. Don't look at your phone screen. Don't drive drunk. These things make
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
Um, shouldn't do it. But there's and Japan's overall pretty like I think the idea of most of the laws is like is watching out for people's personal safety. Um,
Hmm.
but the when the country itself or the city itself doesn't actually structurally have like the structure in place to keep people safe, then people tend to follow it. It's like you've seen maybe, for example, studies where okay, we have this park and there's not a walkway, but you can see in the grass that there's a kind of a dirt road because people want to naturally go this way.
Yeah.
People are going to act uh, and interact with their surroundings in the way that feels natural. Like,
Hmm.
so whether something's designed correctly or not, people are going to act in the way that they want to or should. So I used to commute a lot to Yokohama. Um, I always noticed, I don't know if you ever made that commute or been across Tamagawa.
Yeah, I have many times. Yeah.
Do you notice
Hmm.
that it's like the rules or like the mindset of the people I feel like really change once you cross it.
Well, it's a
Tamaga.
different
It's a
prefecture.
sure it is. It's a different prefecture, it's a different
Once you go
city.
over, it's Kanagawa.
Right. But I noticed and that comes down to the structural like of the city and its people. So like
Most.
so it makes sense. It makes
Mhm.
sense that uh that's a thing. But a thing I also noticed is that if you think Tokyo is dangerous for bicycles, go to Yokohama. They even care less. Is my kind of read on it.
Really?
I feel like there's even less space, even for pedestrians. Like there's more space, at least for pedestrians in
Really? In
Tokyo.
Yokohama? Because Yokohama is like a
Totally.
suburb. Well, I haven't spent that much time in Yokohama. I mean, I've been there, of course, but it's just like, yeah, I don't know the city all that well at all. So I didn't know that there's like less space for cyclists to ride. And I agree with you 100%. But the one thing that kind of peeves me is that, using earphones. I've been riding a bike, a BMX here in Tokyo for like, what, 20 years? 20
Mhm.
years? Over 20 years I've been riding a bike in Tokyo. And earphones have there's nothing you don't need.
Mm.
I mean, you don't need your ears to ride a bicycle, right? And cars, as long as you're riding,
Kind of. I mean, depends
well,
on
yeah,
how well you're using your eyes, but
but yeah,
I
that's
mean,
true. That's true. But the thing is, cars these days are so silent, you can't even hear them. So the whole idea is
mm,
like having what you call like not having earbuds in your ears or anything, and so you can hear a car come up behind you or something, all right? Or maybe hear a cop be like, "Hey," I guess. But the thing
right.
is, just like cars are very quiet. Even bicycles are quiet. The electric kickboards, they're quiet.
Mm.
They're so quiet. So it's just like,
What am I
what's the
listening to?
point? I mean, I might as well be able
Yeah.
to like listen because I mean, do you know how boring it is going from like here to like maybe Koenji or something? It's like a 45-minute ride, and if you got nothing
Mm.
in your ears, you're just like,
I'm
do you sing? Maybe is there something else we can do? Can we
I
get
don't
like
really
speakers?
use
I'm gonna have bicycle speakers and
you
just
should
plug my iPhone
do
into that.
that. I've definitely seen people do. I mean, I'm not a
Yeah,
big headphone user. The thing that
I am.
and I'm gonna not care. I don't care about that.
Mhm.
What pisses me off is when I
Mhm.
see people going against traffic
Oh
with
yeah, that's
earplugs in.
bad. Yeah.
They're like going against traffic with earplugs in. So it's like double ignoring
Like you
the
can hear
situation.
me.
Like maybe you can see me flick you off because
Yeah.
I'm not appreciating that you're heading straight for me.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. All right. So anyway, next year we've got rules with tickets. So
So
if
be
you
careful.
got a bicycle, be careful. And another thing that I really got to say, don't ride if you're all right. If you're drinking, don't drive, and if you're driving, don't drink. Seriously, man.
And please
Um,
just follow the signs on the street. Don't ride against the traffic and don't like that bothers me the most.
All right, next story. Here we go. My kind of a story.
All right.
Naked man arrested for breaking into cram school, also involved in traffic accidents. This story takes
On
place in
theme.
beautiful Saitama. A naked man arrested on suspicion of breaking into a cram school in Soka City, Saitama Prefecture on Monday night is also suspected of being involved in a number of traffic accidents in which one person was killed and six people injured,
Damn.
police said Tuesday. Oh, I
Oof.
didn't know we went that dark. All right, you read the rest of this story. I'm going to answer the door. Wait, who is that a person?
That's a person.
Do you think that's NHK? That doesn't look like NHK. Oh,
Don't open the door. Ask who it is first. Why don't you like talk?
はい。上の方なんですけども、はい、今、水が止まってしまって、水出ますかね。もう僕は水しないよ。でも僕のお母さんのでもした。でもやってね、多分1時間。水しない。なんだ、ここは、
で、
ほら。 でも今のパッカーする、そしてはライブビデオ。ライブビデオ。
ちょっと忙しいのところ。
そう、でも悪いの日本語気をつけて。
オッケーオッケーオッケーオッケー。
ね、これは全然。
水出ない？
やっぱり全然使ってない。
It's my neighbor upstairs, yeah.
上から何どうしたんだ下の人から連絡したんで、上から
Whoa! Look at all this. Hey, what's up? I'm Johnny, aka the SPILT, the one and only, and today I'm going to make a popsicle painting. I'm really excited to do this. I've got all my paints here. It takes about this much paint to make a popsicle painting, and I've got my two other most important ingredients. Very strong hot coffee. Oh, actually, that's not that hot, but still, it's strong coffee. And I've got punk rock music. With these two things, nothing could go wrong. All right, with that said, let's rock.
You are liked.
You are liked, wanted.
You are liked, wanted, and loved. You are liked, wanted, and loved.
If you want to get off the beaten path at Tokyo and have an unforgettable experience in Japan, well then, Gamuso welcomes you. Have a drink, enjoy a conversation, and make new friends with the locals at Gamuso. Gamuso provides fun and entertainment of all kinds, from live bands, stand-up comedy performances, to art exhibitions. There's always something exciting happening at Gamuso. Gamuso is located in the heart of Tokyo and just a comfortable 3-minute walk from Asagaya. So come on down to Gamuso. We look forward to meeting you.
All right. Where's that news? Okay. Police said, okay, so this is a guy breaking into a crime school. Actually,
I have no idea who that guy is.
he's your neighbor, apparently.
Ugh.
He might
No,
be
no,
related.
obviously, I think it's the guy from upstairs. But anyway, we'll talk about that. So, okay, let's get back into some fun stuff. God, what a bizarre! I haven't had an episode this bizarre in a while.
Where you're getting like
Or like
interrupted
all
and
sorts of weird stuff is going on. Okay, here we go. Do you want me to read? I'm good.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
Maybe start from the first paragraph that you.
Oh, a naked man. Perfect. I thought that's probably why he came down. I'm like, a naked man. He's like, what is going on downstairs?
I wanna know
Johnny,
what they're
you son of a
talking
bitch. Okay, a naked man arrested on suspicion of breaking into a cram school in Soka City Prefecture on Monday night is also suspected of being involved in a number of traffic accidents in which one person was killed and 6 people injured, police said Tuesday. Okay, that's not good. Police said the suspect has been identified as Daisuke Nishimura, 48 years old, whose address and occupation may remain unknown. Ooh.
So he's not answering the police. He was naked.
Well, they're like, oh, he's obviously not Jewish. Okay.
Wait, how did they get his name confirmed? He doesn't have a wallet on him. He was naked.
I don't know. He could have said Mickey Mouse. Okay. TV Asahi reported police said a news conference that they are investigating his involvement in the fatal hit and run, theft of a taxi, and 3 additional incidents that occurred before he broke into a cram school. This is like fucking X-rated guy. No. You know what this is? This is like fucking, whatchamacallit, Grand Theft Auto.
Oh.
Well, minus him being naked because you can't have a character that's naked. But I mean, you could do all this other stuff. You know? Wait, is there a
Where do you think he got the idea?
You think he ran like this, like in the game? According to police, there were multiple reports of, quote, a completely naked man with tattoos, end quote. Oh, you know he's bad if he's got tattoos.
That's why they arrested him.
Just
if he
like
was just
you.
naked without tattoos, they probably would have let him do whatever he wants.
I wonder what kind of tattoo. You think there are rainbows and elephants and unicorns and I don't know, maybe. Stealing a vehicle in Saitama City and causing a hit and run incident in which a man on a motorcycle was killed. Now that's fucked up. Later at around 9 p.m., Nishimura reportedly stole a taxi in Kawaguchi City. The male driver in his 60s had 2 passengers in the backseat. What? Could you imagine? Like your taxi driver is driving you somewhere and he was some guy's naked. He pulls the taxi driver on. You're like, oh my God, Harold, I don't think we're going to work today.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. The male driver in his 60s had 2 passengers in the back seat. When the taxi stopped at the intersection, Nishimura dragged the driver out of the vehicle while yelling, quote, I'll kill you, motherfucker, end quote. He didn't say motherfucker, but I hope he did.
Embellished a bit.
Yes, of course, I have to.
You also kind of pronounce his name as Nishi Murder.
Nishi Murder? I don't know. I blame the booze. And Nishi Murder. And assaulted him.
The murderer of the West.
Oh my God. Then stole the taxi with the passengers still inside. Now, could you imagine that? The taxi crashed outside a cram school with those poor passengers. We're newlyweds. Nishimura, still naked, entered the cram school at around 9:30 p.m. when a school official called out to him. Nishimura punched him on the right side of his head without saying a word. That is so...
On the right side of his head. Not in his face. Just the head. The whole head.
GTA, man. GTA. Police were called and took Nishimura into custody. Police said Nishimura has neither confirmed nor denied allegations and was quoted him as saying, quote, fuck it, end quote. No, I'm joking. I would love that.
Fuck it. I got tattoos. You guys gonna probably flay my skin.
Oh my gosh. Quote, it would be bad if I told you that, end quote.
Yeah, bad for you if you confess to the things that you...
Yeah, you obviously did. I mean, how many naked men are running around in Saitama? Well, probably a few, depending on the day. But I mean, this Saitama. I'm sorry, yeah. This guy should definitely. Does he need?
I mean,
a lawyer?
somebody died.
Yeah,
right?
That's pretty bad. It got a motorcycle. Oh God, that's fucking horrible. We were just talking about bikes. Could have been a bike. You know, you're on a bicycle, a maniac that's naked in a taxi with 2 passengers, fucking crashes into you. Poor guy, man. My heart goes on to like that guy and his family. Fuck this naked guy.
Yeah, it's the one thing I would say about, I mean, we're talking about traffic and stuff. People got like some pent up road rage and stuff. So like when things kind of go a little off,
yeah,
it really goes off.
Oh yeah, road rage is real, dude.
It's not like I've had a guy. I've like told a car that like kind of cut me off. I've said like fuck you, and I've had people like turn around and try to like
Tokyo.
Oh yeah.
Oh really? Now I don't fuck around. Whenever I'm on a bike, mentally I know that with the tourists like in Shibuya and Shinjuku, it's really bad. Mm-hmm. But the thing is, it's just like for me not to like stress myself out completely or have a meltdown or anything like that. I just say to myself, I'm getting from point A to point B. That's it. Point A to point B. That's the most important thing. Whatever happens on the road happens on the road. I just deal with it. You know?
Yeah.
But, I mean,
I try to like also think about it like in like a kind of karma thing. Like he'll get his. Like instead of escalating the situation. Because it's really bad for foreigners. Like you can get deported very easily. Because they're gonna take the Japanese guys.
Yeah, you don't fight in
word
Japan.
over, yeah.
Never fight. Violence is bad. Don't do
Don't
it. It's
do
not
it.
worth it. Yeah,
It's
anything
not.
illegal in Japan is just don't do it. Don't get
even.
involved. Yeah, I mean, if you love Japan, yeah, don't fuck around and find out.
Yeah, because you would.
Yeah, play stupid games, get stupid prizes.
Yeah, exactly. So like I got kind of a bit ran over by this scooter recently. I was just trying to go home from work. There was a bit of construction, and so it's just a 2-lane street. So, but I'm trying to go around the construction. This guy on a scooter, he like tries to like overtake me on this single lane. We're both like trying to get them around the construction, and he like just totally pushes me off my bike. I'm
Wait,
like,
he touched you?
oh yeah, I like
Oh,
fell off my
wow.
bike.
You fell,
I fell off my bike. I got a big
bruised
bruise.
and shit. Wow.
Oh, this now it's pretty much healed.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, nothing terrible happened, like, but
Wow, that
I
sucks.
I was definitely like pushed off my own bicycle. I was like, "Are you blind?" And he's like, "Well, why are you in the middle of the street?" I'm like, "Why are you trying to like?" And I was just like, "You know what? You're gonna blame this on me. You clearly tried to overtake me."
Wait, you're hurt. He's not.
No, he was fine.
No,
He like stopped. He had the
Dude,
courtesy
okay.
to stop.
Okay,
That's it.
So, oh, well, that's good. But see, the thing is, all right, my lawyer, love my lawyer. He said if you ever get hurt, if somebody ever does anything to you in Japan and stuff, and this is from a Japanese lawyer, that's my lawyer. He's telling me this. He's like, if you ever get hurt, whatever happens, grab whatever part is hurt and stuff, and if you have blood, that's even better, and just scream QQ shot. QQ shot, QQ shot until somebody calls an ambulance. And then when the ambulance comes and takes you away, that guy's fucked. So if you're like, oh, he died, QQ shot, QQ shot, QQ shot. My lawyer told me to do this. I mean, I kind of think that's what a pussy would do, so I would never do that. But that's what a lawyer told me to do. I guess if I get hurt bad, if I fell off a bicycle, maybe I would do that. And I'm like, oh, holy shit, dude. Because the thing is, then when you go to court and stuff like that, like all your medical bills, and then like, if you can't work or something, yeah. My lawyer told me to say that.
That's, I mean,
Is that a good? That's what's that guy's name? That TV show. Speaking of Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul.
Oh, yeah.
My my name is my lawyer's name is Salto. Better
Mr.
Call Salto. I should have him on the show. He'd love it. Oh my God, he's got some stories.
That would probably really be good to have. Like, yeah, no telling what a lawyer has.
Better Call Salto.
But yeah, like, so I like kind of just because I was like, okay, this is I'm not a big fan of these scooter guys for sure, but he was like, he pushed me off. No, sorry, no, like, are you okay? It was just, I was like, excuse me, are you blind? Like, I was in front of you, and you just pushed me over. In Japanese, I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like,
your Japanese is pretty good.
oh, thank you. I work in a Japanese company now, so I have to get better.
Oh, jeez.
Trial by fire. All right, let's move on to McDonald's.
Yeah, okay, next
And
time,
stabbing.
Stabbing at McDonald's.
McStabble.
I had a friend that was a manager at McDonald's, and that guy stabbed a lot in McDonald's, if you know what I mean. Andy, I love you, buddy.
Stabbing.
Yeah.
All right. Man charged with murder over McDonald's stabbings to undergo second psychiatric test. This is in Fukuoka. The Fukuoka District Public Prosecutor's Office has decided that a 44-year-old man charged with the murder of a 15-year-old girl and attempted murder of a 15-year-old boy at a McDonald's restaurant in Kitakyushu on December 14th will undergo a second psychiatric evaluation to determine if he is mentally fit to stand trial. This is where it's gonna get messy, isn't it?
Yeah, this is pretty bad.
Masanori Hirabaru was arrested for fatally stabbing Saya Nakashima and wounding her friend as they stood in line. Oh, they were not working there. These are not people working there. I thought it was like a
work-related murder?
Yeah.
Like the Postal Service in the 90s in America?
Kind of, yeah. I thought it was like all people work, like he's, just going postal on the other McDonald's coworkers. Okay.
Well, you think I would love to see the situation if it was something like that. Like all of a sudden there's like new rules at McDonald's, like the manager comes in, he puts up these new rules, and one of the first rule is no more 3 second rule. He's like, no more 3 second rule, this is bullshit. Something so like
Like
minor
a
and
fry,
stupid.
like a fry in the floor, you mean?
Well,
Like
don't you want the 3 second rule? Like
Yeah,
at
yeah.
McDonald's, if you drop something, you've got 3 seconds to pick it up and it's still okay. If it's on the
Oh,
floor
okay.
for longer than 3 seconds, you can't serve it.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know. 3 second rule. And it's a global thing.
You know, what? I dropped something at work. I was eating, like, I was at break time having a snack, and my coworker, he's Japanese, he's like, 10-second rule, it's cool.
Oh, in Japan, it's 10 second. Oh my God.
I was like, oh,
You can
but
drop something, use the
you're also
bathroom,
not
brush
at
your teeth,
McDonald's.
shave, and then come back and be like, okay. All right, here you go, sir.
I work
Next.
I work in a wood shop too, so the floor's all dusty. He's like, 10-second rule, you can still eat that.
Oh my God, dude.
I was like, all right, I didn't know that
Maybe
rule
you're
was
starving.
international. I actually did. It was just like dried nuts and stuff.
Oh man.
So okay, Masanori Hirabaru was arrested for fatally stabbing Saya Nakashima and for wounding her friend as they stood in line waiting to be served at a McDonald's outlet. Interesting they call it an outlet, not a restaurant, not
Well, they don't serve food at McDonald's anymore.
That's
Who's
true.
kidding who?
I mean, McDonald's was originally made as like a real estate thing. They're
Oh, I saw that show.
Yeah, it's actually their thing is just land ownership, which they own. It's one of the biggest companies that owns land in the world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or if not the. So the two victims were classmates, of course. Naturally, where do you go after class? McDonald's with your girl.
Mm-hmm.
The police confiscated several dozen knives.
God, was this guy
After
like
searching
Japanese Rambo?
Hirabaru's house with a vehicle.
Wait a second.
He got knives in his vehicle in his car or something?
No, dude, they went to his house and they went into his kitchen. They're like, look, there's knives everywhere.
It's like,
What are knives?
trying to cook or something? You're trying to stab people.
Oh,
Be honest.
Now, if it said Rambo knives, then I mean, there's red flags all over the place.
Yeah,
But it was like
like-
butter knives in his fucking kitchen. I mean, who doesn't have like a butter knife?
I mean, who doesn't toast their bread and put butter on it with a machete?
Oh my God. You know, they do that in Colombia, man. I've seen that movie.
Hirabaru completed a 3-month psychiatric evaluation on Monday and was returned to the police station where the investigation headquarters is located, NTV reported. However, prosecutors have requested a second evaluation, saying that there were still some doubts about Hirabaru's criminal responsibility at the time of the crime. They have decided that further tests by a different expert are necessary.
Well, why? Like, what's the difference? I mean, this guy fucking murdered a kid and then attempted to murder another kid at a family restaurant.
But if
And-
he's not like mentally well, then he gets off. But then
Well, he won't get off. He'll just go to like a mental hospital instead of a prison. But I mean, which is worse, a mental hospital or a prison? I mean, they're both really bad.
yeah, I think both would be bad. But I mean, Japan does have a problem addressing mental stability. So and like, oh, who's at fault? Like, well, I don't know who created these monsters. So like,
Well, probably McDonald's. Yeah, I blame McDonald's. I don't own McDonald's stock, so I can say that. Okay, let's see. If I was a share owner, I'd be like, it's not McDonald's fault.
it's not their fault. It must
No. You know, the weather right now, you know, the weather's changing so dramatically. Okay, here we go.
blame it on global warming.
Yes.
I stabbed
Yes.
because of global warming.
If only he stabbed the way Andy did when I was in high school. Yeah, dude, my friend Andy. Oh my God, he had relations with so many girls at McDonald's. He even did it in the ball thing. There's like this little pool with all these balls and stuff where kids play. He did it in there, dude. He like loved it. The girls would go in there, they'd make out. Next thing you know, they're like, that's their thing. Could you imagine losing your virginity in the ball? What is it called? A ball pool?
Ball pit? Yeah.
Ball pit, ball pool. Oh my gosh. Anyway, fact. That's a true thing.
If you have if it was kind of a thing that you're able to do, like, okay, I'm getting all this, McDonald's poontang, I gotta do it at work. Like, just take it to the limit. Do it at the ball pit. Nobody's gonna see you.
Oh god, yeah. The stories I could tell you about that McDonald's, man. Oh my god. He was banging a girl on the roof of McDonald's when McDonald's got robbed on the first floor. Guys came in and shit, and they're like, freeze, right? And they're like, this is after hours, because that's when he did his thing and stuff. He was the night manager. So guys came in and stuff. They robbed the place. They put everybody in the freezer. And Andy, I shouldn't say his name. Fuck. All right. Marcus, I'm gonna edit that out. Marcus.
He doesn't work there anymore, right?
No.
You didn't say location.
I didn't say the
There's
location.
thousands of
Okay,
locations.
yeah. Andy's kind of a common name. I mean, think about Toy Story, right? So yeah, Andy from Toy Story was
Dressed
banging
like a
this girl.
cowboy.
Andy,
That's how you got the girls. It's like,
yeah, Andy from Toy Story was banging a girl on the roof of McDonald's while it was getting robbed. And then after they finished, they went downstairs, and all the coworkers that were cleaning the place were in the freezer, right? They were locked up in the freezer, and they found them there. They had to call the police and stuff. And then everybody's like, "So where were you guys?" And they had to come up with a story.
what was their excuse?
I can't remember. I wish I knew it. I can't remember what the excuse was, but yeah, that's a fucking true story. God, me and my fucked up life. Okay, speaking of true stories, here we go. The last one. 82-year-old man arrested for setting fire to his house. Now that's heavy metal. With intent to kill wife and son. Okay, that's not heavy metal. That's a country song. Toyama. It went from metal to country. Here we go. Fuck country. Police in Toyama City, Toyama Prefecture, have arrested an 82-year-old man in suspicion of attempted murder. See, there's two ofs.
I do see that.
See, they always fuck up the article, right? And so when I read it, or like me and like somebody reads or whatever,
Like Anchorman style.
yeah, it makes it sound like idiots. Of attempted murder and arson after he allegedly set fire to his house to kill his wife and son. Police said Izumu Toshihaku has partially denied the charge and quoted him as saying, quote, "Hey, I started the fire. So what? But I didn't mean to kill anybody. Hey!" NTV reported. Okay, I embellished that. Quoted said, "I started the fire, but I didn't mean to kill anybody." Isn't that a Billy Joel song? We didn't start the fire. Oh, hey, man. After a bottle of wine, I can do anything. Police said...
Yeah, did anybody in that song die? Because it was always burning since the world was turning.
Yeah, but the thing is, though,
He doesn't talk about...
Fire is about death and destruction. Remember the photos behind him? They had the picture of like the Vietnamese monk that was set on fire, and then the other one with the guy being assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a lot of it was about Vietnam, World War II, the KKK. It's like all the bad stuff. You know, it's like, hey, I didn't start the fire. I didn't do anything wrong. This shit's been going on since the world's been turning and stuff. I'm just a guy with my piano. I'm the piano man.
Mm.
That's Billy Joel.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I'm wondering about this guy. He's 82. Like, he's got some pent up anger at 82. Like,
Do you think, like, I mean, maybe it's for insurance. Maybe he doesn't have any money and stuff. You know, maybe Shakai Hoken doesn't pay for his gambling debts or whatever and stuff.
That's very,
so
very
he
possible.
you know, puts gasoline all over the floor and stuff. He walks out of the house in slow motion, lights it, just like I don't know, like maybe like one of those action movies, you know, where they're walking in slow motion, and all of a sudden, yeah, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, cool guys don't look at explosions.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, well,
They blow things up and they walk away.
Well, I mean, he killed
Who's
his
got
wife
time
and
to
his
look at
kid.
explosions.
Yeah, I do.
Lots
I
of
guess
cool
I'm
things.
not that cool.
Cool guy things to be going on. Do you know that song?
Wait, there's a song?
Oh yeah.
Cool guys don't look at explosions.
They blow things up and they walk away. It's by Lonely Island. The comedian. It's a comedian. We'll watch it.
All right. Well,
watch
I've
it
got
after.
YouTube over here.
Okay.
Unless we turn into the Titanic and stuff. Apparently, we're having problems with water. My neighbor from upstairs came down like, "What? Are you guys having problems with water? I think we're shutting off." God, everybody's freaking out about this water thing except for you and I.
Yeah, I mean, we're not swim. Like, I don't know, these sunglasses blocking out some of our perception. I think
Oh, I'm kind of nervous now.
I don't know.
All right, let's get out of here. Okay, all right, here we go. Let's
Gotta
finish
finish
this
it.
story. Please,
Or not finish it. Just like give people this this not satisfaction. Like,
oh, they're like, fuck this
you don't
shit.
know how the story ended.
I think everybody's got Google, but anyway, police said Toshiharu is accused of starting the fire at around 12:40 p.m., which means he must have been wasted on a Tuesday
That's
with the
lunch.
intention of killing. Wait, PM? Oh shit! Yeah, that is lunch.
It's okay. He's having a lunchtime sake.
He ain't working. Yeah, probably. Yeah, he is wasted.
I mean, he's 82, but that doesn't mean he's retired in Japan.
That's true. That's true. Maybe he's on his lunch break. Anyway, 12:40 p.m. on Tuesday, with the intention of killing his wife, who is also in her 80s, and his eldest son, who is in his 50s. Dude, a 50-year-old kid living with his parents.
Yeah, you don't want to light him on
that's
fire.
suspect. Yeah. I just start the fire. The kid's in his 50s and he won't move on. Okay. Please
Get a
say-
life, kid.
Yeah.
Or don't. Just die.
Jeez. Police said 29 fire engines were dispatched to the scene. The fire was put out about 3.5 hours later.
What?
Yeah, 3.5 hours later to put out the fire. Must have been a big house. The two neighboring houses were burnt. Oh, that sucks. I feel bad for the neighbors. One was injured in those houses. Oh, that really sucks. Toshiharu's wife and son escaped the blaze but suffered minor injuries and were taken to a hospital. The son told police his father had started the fire.
He sang it while he told the police as well.
My dad started the fire.
Now we see why you're 50 and still live at home.
Oh, yeah, your singing career sucks, dude. Oh my God.
Okay, the picture's coming really complete.
Oh God. Here we go. Oh man. So I guess okay, what did we learn for this episode? We learned a lot about you. We learned that you're an amazing black metal band. What's the name one more time?
Swazond
Swazon.
and Worship Pain.
Worship Pain.
So, locally, and I have other bands, but we're running out of time, I believe.
Yeah, I gotta
You
go to
can Google me, and then you'll find the other shit.
Okay, well, all right, well,
Or also, I'll plug. I'll have a lot of anything if you are actually curious. I have a website.
show notes. Give it to me. We're going to put in the show notes right down here.
Yeah.
So right down here is going to be the first thing that you see.
Yeah.
And you could definitely
Thom
check
Smith
out
art.
Thom Smith's music, Thom Smith's art.
It's
Yes,
all there.
it's all there, and it's all absolutely awesome. I love your artwork. I love
you,
your
man.
music. It's great. Your music video is great too. Faders, definitely check that out. We learned a couple of things. McDonald's is very, very bad for your health. The food, the people that go there, stay away from McDonald's. I don't own stock. Fuck them.
I don't eat there either, so fuck them.
Yeah, fuck them. You see a naked guy running down the street. If you're in a taxi, abort, run as fast
Unless
as you can.
but if he has no tattoos, he's probably okay.
No, dude, he probably had a tattoo on his butt or something like that. He got it when he was in the Navy or when he was in college
Yeah,
or something.
a little-
They just threw that out there as a fucking thing.
He
But
has
the
like
thing
a
is,
Popeye anchor or something.
I've got a Popeye acre.
You got
Nothing wrong with that. But anyway.
Eat your spinach.
Yeah, you should. But if you see a naked guy running around the streets and stuff, run as fast as you can, unless it's in Shibuya. I mean, that's just Monday night. And also,
kind of surrounded by them.
yeah. And
No way
if
out.
you're in your 50s, do not live with your parents. Please don't do that. You should move out as soon as you turn 18. Please move out. Don't live with your parents for more than like 3 or 4 years. Unless your parents are like kind of like sick or something, you're there to help out or something. But even still, that's kind of suspect. Faders, thank you so much. If you made it this far through all this madness, this is a live show. Crazy things happen in the show and stuff. Apparently, we're drowning. We're drowning. There's water everywhere. Everybody's freaking out with the water and stuff, except for me. Maybe the top of this apartment is kind of like a pyramid, and the water's kind of going around it or something. Or I don't know. Who knows?
So many themes going on. We were talking about Tokyo Art Tank, your thing.
Oh, yeah,
we went to
Tokyo
the
Tank.
art gallery that you think looks like a tank, and now we're swimming in a tank.
We're swimming in a fish tank. Yes, man. God, I hope I'm alive. This is weird. Maybe I died last night.
Does it pinch you?
Yeah. Oh no, I'm alive. Yeah. You got some strong fingers, man. Holy smokes, you do work with your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to wake you up
Ah.
in case you're drowning.
Oh my gosh. Well, I need to
Not
be
yet.
awake. I need to be awake. We need to get more wine. All right, faders, we will catch you in the next episode. Thank you so much for watching this. And Tom, thank you so much, man. It's great.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you
I think
for having me on.
I'm doing this episode just so I can like hang out with you and drink, man. And
Perfect.
yeah, dude.
Good excuse.
Faders, we'll catch you next time. Peace.